Hello everybody, and we're live after like 2 weeks of not being here.
Where are you?
Yay!
We didn't die.
Now you found your way to our overly bright Twitch channel, I guess we better introduce ourselves. We're the Bloodthirsty Puppets. I am Blood Puppet, and I will most likely kill you where you stand.
Yeah, officially the Bloodthirsty Puppets.
Wait, no, that's news for the end, man. We'll save that for the end.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Spoiler
Oh no, yeah.
Dick.
Ruined it.
Oh, no, he's ruined it now.
Sorry.
Ruined.
Sorry, viewer.
I think we need
I think we should go the other way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, fuck you get to go first.
Alright. Hi, I'm Dev, and I'll be playing Quinn. Okay. Fucking nailed it.
Sweet, simple.
I'm Killer Kitten, and
You took a moment to like prep yourself and then forgot your name. Like, who am I? Right, I am.
What I like to see is after 2 weeks of not having done this, we return back to our usual form of fucking up the intros.
I'm Killer Kitten, and I'm playing Lola.
Fantastic.
Apparently.
And I am Tech Puppet and I'm playing Ennis.
And I am the wonderful Thirsty.
Oh, gee.
I will be playing Captain Cormac, who you all love so well and know as Mac.
I am such an asshole. I forgot to get you guys to move the lights so they can barely see you two.
Doesn't matter.
Move the
We'll
lights
just
down.
lurk in the dark.
No, you can just stay where you are. We'll
Just
do it.
move the
We'll do it in
lights
the break.
now.
We'll do it in the break.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so tonight is Friday Night Spiced. We are playing in our space setting using our spice system. Woo! Other than that, rules for chat quickly. Don't be a tool about someone's race. Don't be a tool about someone's gender. And most importantly, don't be a tool.
Or a
Right.
screwdriver.
Thank you very much. At least someone kept up the tradition. Excellent.
I refuse.
You refuse. I refuse to hold a screwdriver. Good, because you're not a dick. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or a tool. Right, so let's figure out where we left off because it has been some time. The last episode we had was very, very, very exposition heavy, and I apologise, but you have basically sorted everyone who could have given you the plot points as you went along. So it all had to go to one person, what can I say? Right, because we basically decided no one could really remember what happened last week or what it was that you were doing. I'm going to do the recap because I don't want to be that much of a dick to someone.
Yay!
We were in space.
We're in space, good job, man.
That's pretty much all you get out of any of us.
The crew had previously found Helena within a prison slash medical facility slash secret government black ops site experimental place. And you busted her out, her and her two companions, Button the Gendal scientist, and Crank the Irilisk guard. She gave you lots of information. She told you that Gertie's guns were in trouble, that she followed the money to find out why they were suddenly making lots of money when they weren't before, and she found that they were taking it from somebody within the government of Retire. And she followed the money to a contact named Mr. Bat in the Home Office, who may or may not be part of ZuukIP, most likely is. And you also found that Helena, surprise surprise, had a bunch of alien babies growing inside her, which was kind of weird. And that she and her two companions, plus your brother the Raven, Dan, plus Tepid, are taking Helena to Torendak, which is where she had agreed to take the alien babies when they were born. And they're due between 7 and 8 weeks, I think that's what I said, or babbled possibly. Helena also gave Lola a piece of information, and Slash gave it to Ennis also, about a new cryopod that could potentially help Quinn and Tepid with their issues. And we fast tracked at the end of that episode to Ennis and Ducky having about to have an intimate moment. Let's put it like that. And she basically says, "I need to tell you something before we had to go to black screen. We didn't even hit that point. So that's where we left them." I also have a note here saying we need a dubstep metal version of Barbie Girl. We tried looking for that, but we can't really find Dickle, so yeah. We'll find it eventually. Was there anything else that anyone thinks that we've forgotten we should probably go over? Because currently the plan is you are going to be following the money. At least, sorry, this was the plan that you guys at least made at the end of the last episode. You're going to follow the money, either break into the Bank of Retire, the Gendal Central Bank, or break into the Home Office itself, because that's where money trail had come from. Yes, that was basically the plan.
Which may change.
Which may change, it's entirely up to you. Chasing the money, which is basically pay Gertie's guns to incite tensions between the major racial factions of Serrano. So yeah, was there anything anyone else wanted to question, ask, throw out there that they remembered, or possibly reading for their notes?
Notes?
Yes.
What the hell are we doing?
It's your plan. Following the money. That
I've
was the
got
plan.
here that the new Nitu War Mistress was being introduced formally to the Confederacy in a specially built arena on Britannia, I believe it
Correct.
was. And supposedly there's going to be a hell now.
Correct. That's one piece of information you found out.
And we weren't hired.
Why would you be hired?
So we're
You're
awesome
always
at this
wanted
shit.
people in the. What? You're 5 of the 7 most wanted people in the galaxy.
Yeah, exactly the people you hire to kill someone important.
Not when it's been organised by Gertrude's Guns and you're wanted by Gertrude's Guns.
Well,
Or ZuukIP and possibly wanted by ZuukIP.
subcontracting. Just going, hey, have you been hired by ZuukIP to do something shady? We'll do it for you! We may fuck it up a little bit.
Just a little amount, yeah.
Yeah. A few hundred people may die. But hey, don't be on the planet.
Yep.
You get off free.
Right, yeah, so that's, yeah, were there any other questions, piece of information you want to throw out there?
We played Hot or Not with prisoner files.
You did play hot or not with the prisoners within the vest, yes.
Yeah.
The poor guy who got slated by everyone as no, you dicks. He's probably heartbroken. Actually, his heart may be broken because they're doing experiments on him, who knows.
Also, we were discussing with Helena whether we could settle down and start a snoot farm after all this was done with.
Yeah, so I have like things at the end here is like run a garage, snoot farm racing, and investing in flash drives.
Oh yeah.
These are the things I have that are potentially done at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to do the classic adventurous thing of retiring to produce adventuring equipment, because blatantly it's the only thing that anyone actually buys in any of these settings.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Ammo.
if there was nothing else, the rest of you are currently in a bar.
Hooray!
The rest of you are currently in a bar, possibly getting slashed, probably, I don't know. But I know that Ducky and Ennis have gone off to a motel of sorts after having a very fine steak dinner.
Yes, that's right.
Fine, take care of the steak dinner.
You like steak?
That's true. Steak.
He took me for a steak dinner.
Yeah.
Does that count?
He took us for a steak dinner.
I had the steak.
Yeah, but I was looking into his eyes.
That is actually true. That's sad but true.
I feel like you need to take her on a date.
I did. I just took him
You
on
just
two.
didn't
I feel like you need to take her on a 2-on-2 date.
Okay, also subsequently
One-on-one,
took me
yeah.
to a hotel.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you did, yeah. You took him to a hotel room and had a bed next to her. Anyway, let's not carry on with that conversation. Right, so currently we are within this slightly dodgy motel type thing. I think you're paying by the hour, which is actually not a weird thing in Sally 2 because
You're standard
not
out.
things.
Yeah, you probably rent it for like a standard 6-hour period or something.
You were sorry?
I assume you'd rent it for like a standard 6-hour period or something like that.
6-8 hours, something like that. But yeah, paying by the hour basically. If you want to stay the whole night, that's entirely up to you. But you will need to cough up more cab break. Is it worth it?
I currently have
Is
like
she worth it?
3.5 grand, so
She's
A suite of rooms.
suite of rooms, your finest rooms, and he comes into like this, bunk bed estate where the linens are clean and
the one with the handcuffs and cucumbers, please.
Oh my god!
Don't you have to give that back to Helena?
What, the
What, a
handcuffs and
cucumber?
cucumbers?
I got your cucumber back.
No, the cow brick!
Sorry,
I
Cow
know how
brick.
much you enjoy your sandwiches.
bit softer than when you
The
first
cow
gave it to me.
brick!
Yes.
Alright.
Call the butler. Get them to bring up the whistles, whips, chains, and dildos.
Get rid of the dark whistle. Sorry, that's a whole different campaign. Okay. So yeah, Ducky and you are within a room. You start hitting it off, and she turns to you and says, really sorry, but I kind of, I really need to say something, before we do this. If this is what you're wanting for, I mean, say something?
Okay.
Standing there, dick in hands. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, totally not energy virgin here. It's like, it's okay. Anything you got to say? This is clearly the optimum time to say it.
You see, there's this little problem. Well, it's not a problem. I mean, well, no, it is a problem for you because I like you a lot. You see, I grew up on a ship when I was very young, and engineers have their way when they want to learn. You want to learn things about piloting and fixing ships and stuff. So
If an engineer did something to you, I'm happy to go beat them up for you.
No. This is kind of what I'm trying to say. I took matters into my own hands a little bit, and I went and spoke to some Gendal who may or may not have given me something.
Oh God.
They've given you an STI.
To help get slow, sweet revenge on other people.
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought you were going with that.
What do you think I was going with that?
Teeth.
Are you saying this to her?
No.
Alright, I need you guys to hush out of this conversation.
Yeah. Okay, so you went to these Gendal.
And they gave me something to help take slow revenge on people if I didn't like them, sort of, kind of.
Okay.
Basically, if you're with me, there's a chance that I could, make you infertile, erectile dysfunctional, and then eventually die. Surprise!
You're not here.
In spirit, he's going, well done.
Yeah.
That is an extreme reaction.
That is.
Well, I wanted revenge, and it was happening more often than not, and let's say there's a lot of Zen engineers now who thought they could get the better of me. Sucks to be them.
So, wear a condom, right?
You came prepared? They just happened here? That's an option?
Have you been carrying that since the moon?
It's a 300
No, I
year old.
found it in a cryopod.
Been in my wallet since.
Well, it's probably 300 years out of date, but...
It's been frozen, it'll be fine.
That's how rubber works, right?
So, you're not, horrendously put off by me not want to be with me anymore?
No, I still think you're awesome, so... I mean, I'd rather not die horribly, and if we can get that sorted out, that would be cool. But, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I want to get rid of it. I mean, not just yet. I mean, I like you and everything, but I don't know if you're... I'm such an asshole, and she just jumps on you.
Okay, fine. Fade to black.
Thank God, because that's...
Did you have time to slip the Johnny on?
Yes.
To be fair,
I
I've
feel like you
done
should
it
roll
before,
for that.
So I'm kind of probably like, how?
I feel like you should roll for that.
Probably see whether it breaks.
Reflex! Quick!
No, let's, you can roll to see how good it is, if you want, but I
No,
don't
I'm happy
need
just to leave that to
Your
Imagination.
Thank God for that.
Best 30 seconds of your life.
Oh, go on. Secret PM rolls.
No.
Dexterity.
Roll to see if he actually
Endurance.
dies.
Addiction.
Addiction, Jesus.
I think the condom should take a roll and see
Well,
if it
that's
splits.
what I was thinking. Just take
Do you
condoms.
want to?
Yeah, go for it.
Roll a
See if you die.
D100.
Exposure.
If you roll... Sammy, pick a number between 1 and 100.
50.
Right, if it rolls on 50, then it broke.
Okay, got like a
Less than
1%,
1%, yeah. Do you not have your dice?
No,
Oh, they're probably still in the furnace stuff, aren't they?
probably, yeah. There's also one new over there. Someone roll me a die.
I'll do it.
Somebody roll a D100.
You're the one having...
16.
16, no, you're fine.
So
Hey.
close though, right? Close enough, yeah.
So close to being 50, right? It's not.
It's a number.
It's indeed a number, but it was not 50. Okay, awesome. You guys, let's quickly move on from that.
Yes.
It is now the next morning. Let's assume you guys have a really good time.
Oh.
She's
In the
happy
bar.
enough.
Oh.
You guys in the bar, what are you up to? Do you want to do anything significant while you're waiting for him to get back from his tryst?
No.
Gossip about what he might be up to.
Sure.
Well, yeah, you're probably quite drunk.
Is there anyone cute in the bar?
Oh, of course, yeah. What are you looking for? Guy, girl, Gendar, Rutine, Iralisk?
Go on, snag a little weedy Eris, could be hilarious.
No.
They don't have sex.
They do.
Try and seduce a Rutine.
Sorry, I was thinking of Nitu, sorry.
They're asexual, it'd be hilarious.
You can still hit their pleasure centres, it's just not sexually remote.
Yeah. It's just like tickling a dog behind the ear.
Oh my God.
A guy, please.
You like a guy?
Yeah.
What kind of guy? A Nitu guy? Or a human guy? Or do
Both.
you want a particularly masculine Gendal? Or do you want to get freaky with a bug? I mean, the world is your oyster, so to speak.
Go for the tentacle monsters.
Human, please.
Human male. Oh God. Alright, okay.
Such a racist.
You look at what she likes, like yucca yum. If you look around the bar in which
Hey, I
you're
made
in-
out with that, Rutai? Nitu? Yeah.
Nitu, yeah.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
Nitu guy.
Then stole his car.
You look around the bar and you see you see a human male. He has. You probably only see one human male in here. It's getting a bit late towards the evening, and it's mostly Rutai in this particular area. But you do see one human male hanging out with an E2, and he's got like slick back dark hair, and he's got a pretty good set jaw, pretty tall, well built.
Okay.
Go on, hit that.
That's what you say.
I
Go on,
walk
hit
over and
You want sorry?
I say go on, hit that. I turned him and said, go on, hit that. Go on, compete.
If you two want to compete, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to stop you. This is wildly getting off track.
Yeah.
But I'll
Okay.
take it.
you want to compete.
I'm going to wait for you to go over and start talking to him. I'm just going to walk up, slap him on the arse and say, come on.
Okay, alright, so you got to this guy,
Yeah.
looking like you do.
Runners up
What
gets
do you
the
say
need
to
to.
him? Give us a singular line. I'm not going to make you roleplay the whole of picking this guy up because
Alright,
this is
thank you.
irrelevant. So give me a single pickup line.
Um.
I'm definitely switching back to light and cheerful right now.
Oh, come on. This is heavy, this is heavy and emotional.
It's not suspense. No, it's light and cheerful.
Unless you've got some 70s porn music.
Oh man, we totally have to make a playlist for that.
No, we do
Going,
not.
wow, wow.
Go on then, singular pickup line.
Come here often. Can I buy you a drink?
It's not as we know it, but that's definitely a pickup line. roll a charisma check for me. It's +1 because it's human.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very well aware that you are sexy even if you don't want it.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently right now you do.
Apparently.
You do want this. You want this so hard.
No. 4.
4.
Oh, wait, no. +1. 5.
5.
5.
Alright.
You just come here often and knock his drink off the table.
Well, that's why I asked, can I buy you a drink?
Mac, full of alcoholic confidence, is just going to stride over, like, get a big old handful of arse, like a slap, a meaty slap, like with a grab, and just be like, "Come on, love, drink up. You've pulled."
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
No,
it's
but
just
it's just
legendary.
because you are
Oh,
happy with
legendary.
humans. Oh, I forgot to give you guys session points for last week, my bad.
Oh, this doesn't deserve to be legendary.
But I'm on the legendary barge. No,
Damn it, it's a 4.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it like this: a 5 versus a 4 wins anyway, and also you are sexy AF and you are not
Drunk.
You are bald, and looking like Mac does. So yeah, okay. Lola gets away with the guy. Good job.
Do you get the need to as a consolation prize?
Oh.
That's kind of weird. So yeah, you make it off. You have I assume a wonderful night.
Yes.
Good. Are you going to the same cheap ass motel he's gone to?
No.
That's not paying for a room. Well, it depends where he takes her, I guess. That's
Where,
he's
where,
paying.
where are you taking him?
Screw paying for a room behind a dumpster.
What a class you brought.
I allow him to choose.
Go to the
And
expensive shop.
Seeing as he has all the money, I have none. I have like 8 cowbrick.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, I still think you should go to the swanky shop.
Okay. Right. So yes. He takes you to some proper dive. No, he just takes you to the rooms at the back of this pub. Probably about 30 minutes later, you guys come out looking happy with yourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
And he and his mate go off. Right. Is there anything you actually guys want to do before we leave?
Can I get my hit points back?
Yes. How many did you lose?
I was at 9 out of 17.
Roll D6. You can have that back. I'm determining that because partially rest, but partially you are doing a physical activity for the next 6 hours. So, yeah. I'll make that a D6. Okay.
I'm
Alright.
mostly healed.
You're good. Right, you guys meet up again, I assume some point in the morning through various states of being drunk and replete with whatever it is you've been up to. And you make your ways back to your ship. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, we probably want to go and check out this ZuukIP thing.
Bank.
I'm worried about Helena. Let's follow Helena.
We can always call Tepid and see how they're doing.
Yeah, Tepid's
Call
got this.
Tepid, yeah.
Good call, Tepid.
Let's call Tepid and see how he's doing.
Alright.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Beep, boop, boop, boop.
Someone take a comm check for me. You're trying to get some hold of the Raven ship.
I'll do it.
without
Really?
doesn't really have much of anything.
I rolled a 10 plus 16.
16.
Not
Oh,
plus 16,
my.
but I got a 16.
I figured that much. Okay, with a 16, you do in fact manage to get hold of the Raven. The Raven ship seems to be heading out of system, just on the edge of. And fuck Tepid. Helena comes on because fuck you guys. I can't be doing Tepid's voice. Hi, what's up?
Checking you're still alive.
Still alive.
Excellent. Thanks. Bye.
Hey!
I hang up.
You hang up. What?
That's what we want to know, right?
Short and sweet. I like it.
Cool.
Next
Alright,
time,
so,
Mr. Quinn does not do the phone call.
Yeah.
So we need to get to one of these banks, right? And follow the money.
I
Yeah,
still say follow
the three
Helena.
options that you guys discussed last time was breaking into the Bank of Retire, trying to break into the Gendar Central Bank, or breaking into the Home Office, because
think
that's where
we're-
the money terminated.
Currently less wanted in the Gendar system, somewhat.
I,
We
don't know, I
don't
think if,
have
if these
guns
ZuukIP
up.
guys are the
Gendar
ones screwing
system.
things
You
up,
mean the
we
one
could,
that just declared war on us and we fled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we attacked
I reckon we should go for the Home
stole a
Office.
Gurney.
because this is some dodgy like government bullshit going on here.
With the ZuukIP thing.
Yeah.
There's dodgy government bullshit happening with Helena stuff, but I have a feeling they're on the other side to ZuukIP. Because they're
She
trying
followed the money track to a Mr. Bats, who is part of ZuukIP. She doesn't know who it is, but it's definitely within the Home Office, definitely within the government of Retire, someone acting as a double agent, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, those people are. But the people that were holding...
Do we
Helena.
have these transaction
Right.
records?
Oh, sorry?
Do we actually-
Yeah, I think Helena gave you a bunch of flash drives, and she chased the money to the Home Office. This is literally where she ran out before she had to go off and do what she was doing.
Well, I think
Home Office it is, isn't it?
yeah, will probably be easier to get into the Home Office than it is to get into a bank.
Yeah.
You know that the Home Office stuff is technically on a closed system, so it has to be manually taken out, put into another machine, which is why she couldn't hack into it from where she was.
Yeah, but if we take Lola's hat in there, we can get onto the hat.
That is true.
Hmm.
That is not true.
No,
But
we-
yeah, those are the three options that you guys narrowed it down to last time. Just
So,
as a refresh, because it's been 2 weeks.
How are we going to get in then? We
build a
can,
ram.
we
onto
can
the
either
ship.
we can either find 4 people like us, pretend like steal their IDs, pretend to be them, and sneak in,
We already have our separate IDs.
or we could have Lola mix up some IDs and we can just walk in.
I'll just make up some more IDs.
Okay, cool.
Or we could just turn up as Scarlet Rose's sex security
That's what we're doing.
and bust them in.
That's what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
Little white boy makes his driving return.
Sheriff
God.
Hips returns.
Can't remember who I was.
I have it written
It
down.
was a very bland name. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Joe Blogs or something. John Smith.
It might have been John Smith, yeah.
Named John
You weren't
Smith.
Inigo Montoya.
No. it
Yeah,
was,
Montoya's tepid.
That was Tepid, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in here.
You wrote down a porn star name somewhere.
Hell yeah.
See,
Yes, we answered
people who write down notes, MVP of any game. I don't give a fuck if you're the bard who pulls up every counter spell in the world. MVP people who write down
Yeah.
notes.
Quinn was John Smith.
Okay.
Scarlet Rose, Little White Boy, Inigo Montoya, John Smith, and Sheriff Hips.
Yep.
Scarlet Rose's sex security. And then it was the Saucy Solicitors.
Mhm.
Yeah, sex security.
Those saucy sisters was hilarious. That was a fantastic little thing to get you out of jail there.
That was amazing. Alright,
Do we know any names that are in the Home Office? Oh, we know the Bats guy.
Yeah, I don't think he refers to himself as Mr. Bats in the
Wow.
it's a
serial
code
conversation.
name.
Yeah.
It's clearly a code name. You know that Miss Robin Red, well you would know, and in fact Helena told you, Miss Robin Red was Gertie.
Mm.
So, and she did say they have all those kind of weird names like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go on to my hat.
Okay. Well, my idea is gone now. I was going to say we could just turn up and be like, hey, we have a meeting with Mr. Bats.
You could try it. I
You
haven't
know?
got that possibility written down, but you could give it a go.
Depends how open a secret it is.
Okay, I'm going to first go to my hat and create us all some IDs for. We're going to the Home Office, right?
Yeah.
Which you know is basically the governmental seat of power. It's the building they work out of.
We could be tax inspectors.
Or
Everyone hates
we
tax.
could literally just be Scarlet Rose's Saucy Solicitors
And
and the
what-
sex security firm there to
Yeah,
report
that
something.
makes
I
sense.
know. I'm wondering if that. I was wondering whether that would work. In which case,
We could
that
claim.
wouldn't really involve much work.
Yeah.
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, Ducky's flying you guys back towards Bretaya.
I was saying, if you do that, you could be saying you're going there to settle things between Because you can actually get, once you get close to him, like to his secretary, so you can say, like, tell him we're here to discuss Robin Red's closing accounts, or something like that. Because obviously she's dead now, and he'll probably know that. And he might think we have some information for him and kind of meet us.
Who's Robin Red?
That was Gertie.
Okay.
Gertie was Robin Red, and she's now
Okay.
dead.
Okay.
So we can go there and say we're here to, like, close up the accounts with Robin Red.
Okay.
Some inconsiderate bastards killed her.
I know. Someone blew her
punched
away.
Alright, so
Someone pumped her full of lead, and then went back
Let's-
24 hours later to finish the job.
Alright. Well, I'll make us some IDs for the Scarlet
Rose's saucy solicitors.
Scarlet Rose's
That's for
saucy
you,
solicitors.
And we're the saucy security.
You're the saucy security.
Sex security.
Sex security,
so,
yeah. For sex security, and I'll try and set us up an appointment with Mr. Bat onto their system if I'm able to get onto their system via my hat.
There you go. So you can make yourself some security. So yeah, you can make yourself like the basic, like, here's my passport, here's my driver's license, kind of. You can do that for sure.
Yep. Okay. And
Rather than setting up an appointment with Mr. Bat, just set up an appointment that doesn't say who it is in their system. So it's like, clearly have an appointment, but it doesn't have a record of who it's for.
okay.
And we can just go, oh, I know where we're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheerio.
Right, from where you are, flying back, you can make yourself the IDs for sure, because they're all cat fee. You can you can do those. I'm gonna say you can do those because
Yeah.
you've done this so often.
Yeah.
You can just do those.
Basically, just printing them.
But getting in and making an appointment, you have no access to that network.
I know. That's why I was going to ask. Is there a way of me doing that? No.
You need to be able to get to their network to do that, and you aren't anywhere near a network. You are currently on board your ship.
Yes.
Network
All right.
less.
Yes,
So-
you are.
So I can't-
You're bereft of network. Right?
Literally in airplane mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I hand you all your sex security passes.
Yeah, so it's probably going to take you pretty much the trip to make 4 new top spanking,
Yeah.
unrecognisable.
Yeah.
So irrefutable.
The question is, are we going to just try and go straight for this now, or do we want to try and break into a less secure area, access the network, and then set ourselves up an appointment?
Let's just go in.
Go straight for it,
Yeah.
Guns are blazing. But without the guns.
Stop wasting time. Let's just do it.
I've got my little pistol, and
Now, what departments make up the Home Office?
I'm sorry, what?
What departments of government make up the Home Office?
All of them?
Okay, it's literally the Home Office.
Yeah.
Not the Home Office, the Department of Government we would know, but the
No,
office
no.
that is their home.
Yes. It's
Cool.
basically pretty much all the different
Government
branches.
HQ.
Yeah, pretty much all the departments are in a singular place.
Okay,
I'm not saying that there aren't like smaller offices around,
Yeah.
but the Home Office is just one big place.
Yeah.
Filled with all the different branches. Quite a lot of yes, technically you've probably been close enough to know this, you at least, especially with the trip you made before. You know, it's probably like one of the most secure places in Britannia, other than the rumours of the dwelling below. But yeah, this is probably, you would know from having been close to it, this is probably one of the most secure areas on Britannia. It's pretty big, sprawling building from what you'd remember.
I was going to say it might be better to break into like a small regional tax office or something to get into the system.
would the like little ones nearby have access to the main network? Will they be connected to it at all?
Do you know?
Well,
Yep,
even,
you don't know.
even when you have an isolated system, you'd still be able to get them to send a message. Even if the message hasn't arrived yet, they would still be able to.
Yeah, it
refer
would be
to the
sitting
other
like
car.
inverted commas, pretty much the same way it worked on VES. It's like they would have outgoing open ports when they needed them, at specific times for anything coming in, and whenever they wish going out.
I meant more along the lines of like we could leave a note on the system in a smaller, less secure office, turn up at the main place and go, "We made an appointment. We made an appointment with blah 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 who works here," and if they contact them, there is a note for an appointment.
Yeah, you can do that for sure. So,
It's not my fault if the bastard didn't transmit
Yeah,
it.
Because
I mean,
we could
you
probably just
wouldn't-
break in after they've closed and just do that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at the moment
That's not
you
really
wouldn't know what the security setup is because you've never seen it.
Yeah.
They're not going to broadcast out to the world, even their own human populace, what their own security
Yeah.
is. So yeah,
Should we just wait to see what? Make a plan once we've seen the place.
Okay. Let's go.
it's good to have ideas before
The
you
plan we
go.
were making was basically our way of being able to get in case it.
Yeah.
If we manage to go any further, that's fantastic. If not, oh well, we've cased it. We can break it there.
When we get there, what time is it locally? What's the local time?
You guys are just going to skip forward. You aren't prepping anything else because
Um,
otherwise we are going straight there.
Well, I don't think I really need to take. I've already got a couple of explosives that I could take if I need to. I don't know if I'm going to bother. Might be handy if we need to bust a way up through the back wall or something. But what do you guys think?
If you're not prepping anything, then we'll ramble forward. But
I've already got them
I'm very
built
excited.
anyway, so I don't need to actually build them or anything.
I'm just going to, when we get there, I'm going to prevail upon everyone to get like normal clothes made. We tend to run around in we tend to run around in fatigues and coats and Stetsons and shit. Like, not exactly going to blend in like the heart of administration.
I've got a plan. Come with me.
Oh,
I want to
no.
go to the nearest tailor.
Right, are you going to the tailor that's nearest?
See, this is why I got my
is it
red
London?
dress.
London.
London.
London. Are you going to the tailor that's right next door to that?
That was the dodgy one that we encountered at some point, wasn't it?
That's the dodgy one we encountered in a previous campaign.
I want to go to someone who's actually a tailor.
You want to go to someone who's actually a tailor? The guy was actually a tailor, don't get me wrong.
It was ridiculous.
He was genuinely a tailor, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll go to that place then.
I don't remember what the fuck he was, but I know he's a treacherous bastard.
No, he
That's what I
died.
remember.
He got shot.
Different campaign. Follow
Okay.
that.
It wasn't us.
It wasn't us. Actually, I think it was. Oh no, it wasn't
No, it wasn't.
us. Yeah.
We killed the
Okay.
bastard that shot him.
Yeah.
You guys go to this.
Williamson's.
I think it was indeed Williamson's. Literally what I was about to say. That's the only thing I can remember. Williamson's is this little tailor's that's pretty close to the main docking area, which you would have docked yourselves into. You being the Great Awakener, you don't care about fees. You get hand waved most of the time for this bullshit. No, provided that you're not going covertly. No, good, excellent. You guys park your way in, and you go to Williamson's, which I think you would probably know about. And yeah, it's just this small little store, small little building. What are you doing?
There's something on your bag. I was just wondering what it was. It's the thread.
Everyone ignore the bag.
Let's carry on.
All right, you find this.
There's something on the wheel.
Oh my god, you guys are absolutely the worst right now. You guys come across this little small shop. It's in this kind of like back alleyway. There's kind of like it's the alleyway itself is like cobblestoned, and it's covered in it's kind of slippy because it clearly was raining the night before. And this little shop that you go into with a little sign above it saying Williamson's with a thread and a needle, and it smells chalky when you walk in there. A lot of tailor's talk going on here, and you see these very expensive suits hanging up to the side. These very expensive female suits up to the side as well.
Mm-hmm.
As there is this man behind the desk. He's going through his till, so to speak. He's got a tape measure around his neck, and he's wearing this kind of apron. And he's got like glasses on the end of his nose. He's got like a flyaway dark hair. And he looks up as you come in, as the bell goes as you come through. He's like, "Yes."
Good evening. Me and my friends here, we've got a security gig coming up, and we need some suits to fit in with some, high rollers. Can you sort us out with something?
Yes, it's definitely possible. What kind of suits are you going for? Pinstripe? Are you going for the absolute finest in quality and trying to mix in? Are you trying to make yourselves look like security?
So tempted to go for a tic tac.
What?
I've got white, orange, and green.
We still need to do this one day.
We do.
No, black with I think red shirts.
Black with red shirts. Yes, okay, that can be done. We can probably mix you up something. Yes. Is it a skirt or trousers for the lady?
Skirt and basically make me look fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous security black suit.
She is not part of security.
I'm the head of.
She's the VIP.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the VIP.
The VIP, yes.
You're the VIP.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand it. Okay, if you want
Hence
a black
the
suit,
fabulous.
what do you want? Do you want a dress made, a suit made?
Boob tube.
What?
I don't think, if you
No.
don't mind me putting in my
How
stylistic ideas, if you're going for high class, boob tube is not the way to go.
That is not the way I would go.
That's excellent. Yes.
Red power suit.
Dress with like a suit jacket.
A dress with a suit jacket. Of course, that can be done. Yes, we can arrange the shoes to go with as well.
That would be perfect. Thank you.
Yes. What size 6 shoe?
Yes.
Size 8.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
He goes round and gives each of you your inside leg measurement. I'm not going to guess because I don't know how that shit works. But he just looks at you, sizes you up, and goes bam, bam, bam.
Does he like cut as he's doing it?
No, he just looks at you, just gives you a proper
Doesn't-
thorough
doesn't even
looking
touch
over. Yeah, he
Does it give it like a second look over and go, well done?
gives you a bit of an eyebrow raise. And
Because
then
you've got to say knee length there.
Yeah, neither clog.
It was the first entry
My
as
equipment
equipment.
needed clog. It's the very first thing, because apparently someone decided I had a gigantic clog.
I vaguely remember that.
You said it and then Andy picks up on it as well.
Yeah.
Like, alright, fine.
It was a throwaway comment, but it was too funny not to. Okay, yeah, he gives you like a not a narrow leg for you then, sir.
Also, we're going to need to have room for our weapons.
Oh,
So
you
if
need
can just-
holsters.
yes.
Need holsters, and you need enough room to conceal your weapons.
Yes.
I assume you have permits for concealed weapons, yes?
Yes, of course.
Same with me.
Hmm.
I can bring the.
Take a manipulate charisma for me.
Before I do that, I'd like to just pull up the payment and drop the 500 cal brick on the desk for him.
Of course, sir. Not even a second glance. He doesn't even raise an eyebrows. Of course, sir. No more questions shall be asked. Of course, if you wouldn't mind standing across to one side, I'm pretty good with inside leg and with dress sizes, but the actual proper measurements I should definitely do. And he measured you all out for a pretty nice looking suit. I should be able to get 1, 2, 3 security suits plus holsters plus shirts, trousers. Do you gentlemen need shoes?
Yes, please.
Yeah, would be best.
3 pairs of shoes, 3 trousers, 3 complete suits. Do you want waistcoats or not?
Oh yeah.
That'd be lovely.
Yes, thank you.
Waistcoats, ties, bow ties.
No.
Ties.
I think can you do the clip-on ties?
What?
No.
No.
Well, it's more a case if someone tries to
just
go
don't
with
wear
them.
it.
Oh yeah, probably best not to.
But you're meant to be looking businessy, then you have to wear ties.
Security.
Ties.
We have,
Security don't wear ties
No.
because you can be thrust strapped.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say probably best not to. Yeah, probably wouldn't. We've got the
A waistcoat.
Waistcoat.
Yes, of course, that'd be fine. Excellent. Okay, I can probably get those done for you 2 weeks.
We need something.
Could you have it done, quicker than that?
If I put aside all my other jobs, yes, could probably get it done in about a week. I will need to bring in the boy.
And if we were to give you another 300 cal brick, could you have it done by tomorrow?
No. I'm afraid that perfection like this does take some time, sir. You can't rush these kind of work.
500?
We can wait.
I'm sorry, sir. You could offer me 2,000 calbrick and I would never actually be able to get this done tomorrow. You are asking for 3 full suits plus a dress plus all the accessories to go with, all made to measure, all enough to hide your weapons without question. Even if I brought in 300 boys to do the job, this could not be done by tomorrow. My absolute quickest will be a week.
We can wait a week.
Okay, 1 week.
Shall have it done in a week, sir. And your contact details?
I'll give him a code.
I thought you were saying to give him more calbrick.
I think we've got a communications code for the
For your ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Standard communications code for your ship. Excellent, sir.
I would have given him the one for your parents' house, but okay.
You can do that. You can
Well,
retry it if
the
it's
one
actually
we've
not.
got at the moment, the bucket and spade isn't wanted or anything anyway, so there's not going to raise any flags.
Yeah.
Oh.
It wouldn't lead straight back to us.
We'll be fine.
Also, so to be fair, setting it maze would probably also lead straight back to you.
Also, it leads into my mother.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about her. She is hardcore.
I am. I don't really want. If anyone's going to come looking for me, I don't want to go to my mother first.
Actually, granted, your mother's probably the best bouncer you'd ever have.
Yeah.
Okay, so you give them the ship communications.
Yeah.
And Lucas puts the takes off his tape measure, and it's like, okay, well, if you wouldn't mind leaving, I have a lot of work to do.
Ta-ta.
Cool. Well, I'll head off. Okay.
Closes the door behind you, and you hear the last tinkling of a bell. You are
So-
now outside in this kind of smallish alleyway, cobblestones, bit damp.
So we go and have a look at the building where we need to be getting into. We can at least scope it out and see what's around.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll take from a distance.
Should we go and try and find somewhere, a pub nearby we can sit in and kind of scope the place out without looking too suspicious?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, it's an interesting question of how the culture of Bretire has evolved. Is there a large classical style piazza out the front, or is it just no, this is Victorian England, screw you, and there's a narrow road and pubs on the other
To be
side?
fair, I'm thinking it's just a narrow road that at the end of it there's this fucking big gated thing with fucking armed guards out the front, and a couple of snipers up on the roof.
Kind of like back in
And there's this
Palestine, we
big
just got
fuck off,
houses
he's
and then just an alleyway at the end with a guy
Yeah.
with a machine gun, just you can't come this way.
Yeah, and building at the end. Yeah, I mean,
That's
to be
fair.
fair, unless you go check it out, I'm not going to describe it all out to you. So, it's You would know where the home office is. If that's the building you want to scope out. Yeah.
Let's go scope out.
Go to that area of the city at the very least. So
We've got a couple of days to kind of
Ingress,
meander around,
egress.
so we're not looking too suspicious by just doing a round loop of it in one day.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a capital city. People, a small group of people wandering around isn't that suspicious.
True. Should we just have a meander around then?
Yeah. Just sort of like look like tourists as best you
Yeah,
can.
it's kind of loiter a bit, just like, stop off at pubs and things, make ourselves not look too suspicious.
Take
pub crawl.
take photos.
Yeah, we'll basically do a pub crawl around the
You're
home
going to do a
office.
pub crawl around the home office.
Yeah.
Had one.
You're taking photos? Someone say they were
I'm
taking
not, no.
photos? Because you could do the whole team, like, hey, we're tourists taking photos. I mean,
Yeah,
it's possible.
Anybody have a camera?
That's what I would do.
Actually, can your hat do that? It's a tablet, isn't it?
Probably not, really, no.
No.
You don't
It's
have
not
anything
a-
to take pictures with then.
Yeah, that's like we
Let's
don't
go
have
get a
cameras.
camera. I mean, you have like you have access to Helena's bank account. Money's no object for you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you spend her money, she will be pissed. But
I just did spend 500 of a cowboy on buying a suit, but we're gonna look so swish.
Let's go and get some cameras.
Yeah, we'll have nice suits for a funeral.
oh, cold. I love it. Take a legendary point. Oh, that comment made me so happy. At least someone's accepting her death.
No.
Everybody dies,
Thank you.
even if it requires everyone dying.
Yeah.
Everyone will die before you. I'll make sure of this. Okay. All right. I need one of you to take a. You gonna go buy a camera?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check if that's what you actually.
Or are we going to do the proper tourist thing? Just buy like a large bag of disposable cameras.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go and buy ourselves a disposable camera each, and then we can just like go like, hey, look, go and stand over there, so we can get a nice photo of the security guard and the gate configuration.
Yeah.
And then we
In
can also
mind.
split up if need be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey Lola, hello,
Alright.
go and kiss the gate guard. What's his weapon like? Zoom.
What's his weapon like and his gun?
Did you get the frequency on this Comcast?
And whilst you're taking the photo, I can flirt with him. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I need two of you to make.
You get Max camera, it's just like a bunch of Chris's ass. Oops, sorry.
Alright, I need two of you to make knowledge checks and two of you to make sneak checks. Since you're trying to pull this off kind of
Knowledge.
sneakily, and two
Snake.
of you
Should I
to
sneak or
make
be knowledge?
What's your sneak?
Because I'm actually good at both.
I probably wouldn't be trying to sneak because I'm not
Okay, I'll
actually a
rephrase
sneaky
this.
person.
The sneak isn't just, I'm going to sneak around the corner. This is you guys pretending to be tourists.
Okay.
So this is
Okay,
sneak, enacting.
I think I will re-roll mine.
I'll
then.
go for sneak then, why not?
And
You'll go for
the
sneak.
other guys are technically
Well, you go
rolling
for-
for your group's knowledge of what you get out of this.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I've got
botched
D20
the
when you
knowledge then.
You botch knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay?
I did well on the sneak. I did 15.
Holy shit.
I'm good at sneak.
Sneak. I just got 5.
I roll a knowledge then. 17.
Alright, so what do we get for combined knowledge? A botch and a 17.
Mm-hmm.
And what we got for sneak?
5 and
15.
Wow, consequences. Okay. The information you. So far as. Oh, actually, I don't need to roll. I already know what happens on the sneak. Okay. The knowledge information you get is that there is. From your practice die, you got botched, so I'm going to ignore you completely. Your practice eye, you spot at least 4 sniper nests around this building, various different places, covering a good portion of it. There are holes in it, but you're not sure whether they are static sniper's nests or whether people keep moving around. But you see definitely 4 sniper's nests up there. From what you can tell, there is a patrol every 30 minutes, and the window between each patrol is less than a minute. Around the edge there is what looks like an iron fence, iron gate kind of type stuff. Pretty high, about 8 and a bit foot tall. Barbed wire on the top. You also know that there are at least one patrol randomly mixed in every 5, which has sniffer dogs on them, so that could be a problem. There aren't any trees between the gate and the building. The building is 2 stories, cement, kind of that. Very industrial looking. It's a big square cube. You suspect on your 17 there may be a subterranean floor, but because of Lola's botch, you can't be 100%.
I'm covering her ass.
But there may or may not be. The building is pretty big. There are 3 distinct wings / 3 distinct buildings, sort of thing, within this enclosed area. and you're pretty sure. No, I have to account for the botch, so that's probably we can get ready. What else could you really pick up on the 17? There are, whenever people go in, they are searched top to bottom on the outside, like just a general pat down, and you can see that as people go into the building a bit further along, there is definitely security sweeps which are a bit more in depth than just the standard outside. Do you have a bomb on you? No, good, move on sort of thing. That's what you can pretty much tell from what you have. Are there any other questions you think you'd like to ask?
You see any private security?
Private security? No.
Are there any other entrances?
There are 3 that you know of. One literally in front of each of the buildings.
Okay. So I assume it's 3 8-foot gates with barbed wire.
Yeah. Manned by at least 2 people on each. I don't know. Would they be that dickish? Nah, probably not. It's not an interesting building. It's just a building.
Yeah. Are the guards apparently, are the guards all soldiers or, system defence, or are they private? Is there any obvious, we work for Blackwater, ask us how?
Do not fuck it. Yeah. They all come from the same outfit. We'll call it Blackwater. Why the fuck not? Not exactly private security, but they are hired specifically for this particular job. They are top-notch security guys. You can see that all security are human. Not everybody going in and out of the buildings is. Sparsely populated with alien races, but this is a human planet. It's not to be unexpected.
Well, I think I've been sufficiently awesome for this moment. I just ninja'd this shit, so...
I'm going to say that it's probably taking you about 4, maybe 5 days to get all this proper information, because you would have had to sit down and figure out all the passing bys and your loops through windows, etc. I could have given you stuff like windows and stuff, but I have to account for the botch. I can't give you everything.
Oh yeah, I'm covering for these answers.
Yeah. But there is a non-amateur here who actually managed to kind of make you possibly, potentially, maybe look like a bunch of tourists. What do you guys want to do now? This is information you've gained after about, let's say, 5 days.
Okay. So the suit's going to be ready in what, 2 more days?
Yeah. Let's call it the weekend.
Okay. So, as it's the weekend, is there actually an official weekend where they shut down offices?
No, not really.
Fair enough.
People just take 2 days off in their 10, or 3 days off in the 10-day week, so they pick whenever they want. There's no official weekend.
Fair enough. Do we want to try? Because I think probably trying to fight our way in is a lost cause. We probably want to try and actually, kind of make a booking. I'm thinking, do we want to try and get into one of these less secure offices and try and make a remote booking so we actually have a reason to go in?
Yeah, that would be wise.
And if you can actually, put down that you and your armed security will be accompanying you, and that means we won't have our weapons taken away at the entrance.
They might still be taken away, but...
You need to make sure that we can get a pass for them.
Yeah.
If possible.
Oh yeah, also we probably need to go... What kind of process would be involved in actually getting a proper concealed weapons permit?
Jeez, that's a good question and a half.
Can I just make a fake one?
Yeah, of course
You can make us a fake one, or we can go and get a real one. I don't know if you can get one done
carrying
quickly.
concealed permit, probably a couple of days on an intensive course. This is why you should conceal your weapon. This is why you can conceal this weapon. Prove that you're mentally stable. Prove that you have a job that requires you to do that sort of thing. So probably a short intensive course of about 3 or 4 days. Let's say that. A 5-day course. Which will involve all the boring paperwork ass bullshit involving psych tests and actual checks that you work in a particular place, background checks. Probably will take about 5 days. It does of course cost you because everything does.
Yeah.
So we probably wouldn't pass.
Yeah. Also, for some ridiculous reason, having worked as mercenaries for 15 years, we wouldn't have one.
Don't forget that most of the time we wouldn't have been acting under our own identities. We'd probably been
Also,
we were straight up mercenaries beforehand.
True.
You
I doubt I
wouldn't.
would, because I wasn't a mercenary before.
There is a high chance you two would,
Yeah.
but you probably
I wouldn't have done no.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to say that 2 of you would have permits, but they would of course be using your
Real names, yeah.
Because I don't think any reason my guy would have had a concealed
No,
carry.
there'd be no reason to have a permit
because he
to
was
do that.
basically a salvage guy.
Yeah.
Also, the concealed carry permit in this world would basically be like, its area of effect is probably about 4 miles either direction of this particular square.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just like, you've got a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
So's everyone.
But
gives
of
a
course, like carrying concealed within, like
hidden into a
our
government
office,
building.
Yeah, that's a permit you'd have to apply
Oh,
for.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna assume that you two would, the two of you nearest to me, but the two of you furthest from me not.
Can I go onto my hat and make a fake one?
Of course you can.
If you could make me a fake one, that'd be
Yes, I'll make us all fake ones in all of our fake names.
Yeah, I mean, unless you two want to use your real ones, it's entirely up to you.
awesome. Well, we could use our real names. We're not wanted under our real names. Don't forget, the only people we've actually fucked over under our real names are Kirsty, and she's not likely to have gone to them and go, "Oh, Black Ops team have gone rogue." Oh shit! Hang on, wait.
There's
We've
still
just gone. A bunch of former employees have gone rogue.
there's still a chance
Yeah, but
that
no one's going to care about that because that's like saying my employees have gone off. Like so.
there is still a chance that we are on the blacklist. So going under a fake
what?
name would be better.
Anything Gertie cares to have cooked up against us while we were on the run.
Yeah. So I'd personally rather go under the fake names.
Okay.
See what I can make.
You can see, I'll assume one of you guys have a look at yours, so you can make something appropriate.
Excellent.
We go
And
to
to
the
create all the
right.
appropriate background checks, I'm going to make it slightly easier. Go for it. Take use.
16.
16. Yeah, you make the appropriate backstories, appropriate background checks, ticked off, etc., etc. You guys have passed with varying degrees of mental stability. Assign however you wish.
I'm so glad
and-
Tev is not here.
His would be the shining example of how to be mentally stable. But yeah, you managed to cook yourselves up. It takes you a little time because there is a lot of filling in the background that needs to be done and the background checks to be acquired. But yes, you managed to get them sorted out under your false names,
False names.
which is
Scarlet Rose,
John Smith.
John Smith,
Little white boy.
Little White Boy,
Are
and
you
Sheriff Hips.
seriously going to put down Little White Boy as a name that would pass? A name that will be assigned to someone who can in fact carry a concealed weapon within, your racist political system.
It's going to be
Okay, his
L.
real name is Philip Whiteman,
Thank
but
you.
his nickname is Little White Boy.
Yeah.
To be fair,
And
though, it's the
we're
kind
going
of
to put
thing that,
L. Dot White Boy.
to be fair, don't
You
forget.
have to feel like his full name.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
is
Want your actual name?
this is actually like private security. I mean, we are the people who stand there and make sure they get beaten up. So
Alright,
we're not
okay.
like
At the end of the day, no one's going to give me a permit to carry a concealed weapon under the name Valonda, are they?
we're not.
No, they're not going to give me
It's not your name.
a... That's not my
No,
name.
but if it was, if you change that to your name,
If I legally change that to my name...
yeah. I mean, as far as these documents say, this is my legal
Yeah,
name.
okay. So,
It is.
okay.
All documents
sure.
say little.
Yeah.
If you really want people to believe that your birth name that you've changed... also, if you change your name, you have to put all those names as well.
Your mum
Sorry about
gave you that
But
name.
your mother gave you the name Little, and your last name is White Boy.
Well, no, I think it would be something I'd change, probably because I have an
Yeah,
embarrassing
but I
name.
just want to say, if you have to change it, those things would also be noted down. That's
Yeah.
just one throwing out there.
That's fine.
Okay,
I'll make sure that's noted down that it's a changed name.
from what?
Lillian.
That's the sort of
Lillian White Boy.
William Wayne.
Lillian.
Lillian.
Lillian Wayne.
No, Lillian Lilypad.
No, that sounds awful. too.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't sound like a real name, does it? Lilypad.
It does.
Have you ever known anyone with the surname Lilypad?
No, but
No,
it could
exactly.
I don't think. Right, so you put his
Lillian
name down as
Lane.
Lillian
Lillian
Lilipad.
Lane.
Lillian
Okay.
Lane used to be my name, so I
Okay.
changed it to Little White Boy.
This is the stupidest thing ever, but I love it. Okay, fine. You have a legitimate permit that says that Little White Boy can carry a concealed weapon. My God. Okay. Let's say it's probably going to take you about a day and a bit, lots of fiddling around.
Alright.
But yeah, you managed to make your full passes under your various names.
There you go. Everyone has a pass to carry a weapon. Concealed.
Weapons. Yes. Right, what are you guys up to now? I'm going to say it's probably day 6.
Well, we need to actually break into one of these places and actually get ourselves our self-registered on the system, don't we? So we do this at the night. Because if we do that, if we plan to go tomorrow to this place, if we get in there tonight and plant the information, there's less chance for someone to find it accidentally. Especially if we go the first thing in the morning. So that means no one will have actually had time to come in and go, hang on, I didn't put that register in.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Where are you going?
One of the little offices, like around the main office.
There would be anywhere that's really close by.
No,
We'd
just
track
like
out to go get that.
yeah, it'd be a little trek to go. That's not a problem.
Maybe
But
like a little tithing office in the space dock or something. You know?
Yeah, so it'd be
Like
a
one of the
trick to
little
get
council
one, but
offices.
yeah,
One
some
of the
little
little
outreach office
customs
apart away
offices
from
or
the main
something.
one, where they send like the scrubs that haven't got like the ranks
Yeah,
against the main
let's say
office.
there's one at port. Let's say there's a department of like retired customs or something,
Yeah.
and there's one in the docking station. Let's say it's a bit of a trek from the home office itself, but you
We'll get a taxi.
You get there within oh my god, you get a taxi.
So I walk.
Oh my god, did you see the snoot racing? Oh, it's unbelievable.
We will actually go in and learn more at snoot racing. I'm very interested about the different like snoot races of renown around.
No, of course those ones out in Gendale, they're all fixed, aren't they? They're all completely fixed. Anyone's coming in from there, they've got legs like an extra inch longer. I reckon that's probably what it is. They feed them a little bit more than they absolutely need to. You have this interesting conversation with your taxi driver about snoot racing. Because apparently that's all the taxi drivers talk about.
So right, we've got to get into contact with Gendal breeders to get our like top snoot
yeah,
breeders.
but that's cheating. That ain't cricket, is it? It's
Oh
just
no!
not right.
If you overfeed them and they grow a bit taller, it takes them longer to accelerate, and they'll be
Yeah.
heavier. You know that makes them slower. They won't be as aerodynamic anymore.
Well, no, it's got bigger, fucking longer reach, isn't they? That's the thing, though.
Well, yeah,
They've got
it takes
extra
them longer to
power to
accelerate.
jump off, you know, and also it takes them a lot longer to slow down. So when they hit those corners, that's it. They're fucking gone, mate. They ain't losing.
Maybe
nothing
they're
down
not
there.
Yeah, so
fed
how's that
enough.
reach?
Maybe they're not actually not fed enough, and that's why they're lighter. So
Maybe
they're
they
able
need to be
run
taken to a
faster.
higher altitude.
So
they can
you
do it
guys
better.
have this very in-depth conversation about the
About rigging snoot racing.
about rigging snoot racing, you motherfuckers.
It's your own fault for bringing it up.
This is what happens when you pressure me to make random on-the-fly decisions. Like, I need to give this dude a catch. He talks about snoot racing. What the fuck's doing? I don't know.
It's
keep going
become a
very much.
major fixation.
To be fair, you're the one who decided that snoot racing was a thing here too. They could race something else entirely.
No,
They could have
snoot
been-
racing was what it is.
You know, they could have watched, I don't know, Schnizzle Flib.
No,
We were
it's
like,
snoot
what the
racing.
hell's that?
Oh my god, did you see all the Real Housewives of Retire? Oh my god, no, we're not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. Okay, yeah, so you guys
Calm
have an
down.
in-depth conversation with this guy about snoot racing and how that can be rigged, etc., etc. And you guys make your way to this small little office. It's night. Actually, no, it could be night. It is a planet. It's night time. You're wandering around through the docks, and the little office is currently closed / locked. There is a single guy standing outside, holding a. Yeah, you'd see it. Holding a small rifle.
Do you want me to distract the said guard?
Well, we probably need you to be doing the job inside. How's your gaydar doing this dude? Does he, do you think you can be able to lead him to a back alley for a romp or something? Or?
Take a perception check.
Or does Quinn just disappear quietly?
Yeah.
No,
There are lots of people wandering around. I'm just going to throw that out there.
we're not going to kill this guy.
Okay. I only got a 7 because apparently I don't have any like traits for gaydar. So
You don't have raging homosexual
Oh
trait.
man!
Can you not have the raging homosexual trait?
I'm not giving you gaydars.
Why not? That'd be
People
hilarious.
like who they like in space, okay? I like what they like in space. I'm not giving you a bonus to find out if someone's gay or not. You're fucking stupid.
Surely by that token it means that if he gets a high enough charisma he can just trip anyone.
yeah.
Bonus
That-
charisma, you could probably
Isn't
trip you.
that isn't that what happens in real life?
Yeah. Go on, go up there and totally lay your
They're only
smooth
limp
moves
until
on
they
him.
get hot.
So
Right,
you
okay.
keep show me how it's done. You keep saying you've got these smooth moves.
I don't.
You
do.
honestly expect that if someone has the high enough charisma that they can basically nab anyone,
Yeah.
straight or not.
Yeah.
The world has become a freer place.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. The construct of sexuality no longer applies.
There is still sexuality.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
Your
it's,
preferences.
Yeah. The preference is what do I prefer this very second?
The preferences, but if you see a massively hot dude walk in, you could be like, huh.
you can appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. By the same token, if you see a really sexy cuttlefish, or Jendal, I'm not going for the whole animal thing.
Okay, let's throw this out here. Yeah, sex is just a thing.
Are you going to roll it dice or just keep
You're
pressing
gonna
it?
roll it.
I wasn't really sure what I was rolling for.
Hey!
Crits.
Alright, to make this a thing, I'm going to do what I do every time you roll this bullshit. Give us a pickup line. Do not help him, because it's funnier to watch him squirm.
Fair enough. I'm going to go, I like your uniform. Look great on my bedroom floor.
Oh god.
That is good.
Alright, 30 seconds later you see this guy going off with Merc, and we'll go fade to black on that bullshit. You guys are now left with a security-free office.
Mr. Quinn, would you like to open the door? I'll keep an eye out here.
Their security team here is terrible. They really need us.
They should really hire us, man. Well, you'd like to stand around out here in the dock all day, like
No, I'm just saying. So, like, if we were in charge, we wouldn't leave.
What kind of lock is on this door?
What kind of lock?
Yeah.
Oh, let's say it requires a security like swipe card and combination key.
No,
I have
this is
locksmith,
one
by
for
the
you.
way.
Kind of like bump thing.
So
Yeah.
this is one for you then.
Yeah, locksmith. So.
Are any of you got? I'm going to throw this out there. There are people moving around up and down. You are in a dock. There are people around. Just throwing that out there.
I'm going to stand just around behind her.
It's going to get in the way.
Is there anything? Is it
She's
like a
shorter
little?
than you two, so.
Is it like
Stand in the way.
Yeah, if me and you just stand having a conversation, just like kind of like
I
backside
need
to
you
her.
two to roll a sneak
14.
check for me. A 14. Alright, so. Let's bear in that in mind.
Another 15.
And a 5.
Again.
Jesus.
I am quite like skinny. Like
So am I.
However, I'm going to make
it
basically this is a combined check, so it'll be 10 flat out. Yeah, you guys are pretty sure you managed to like hide her movements, and yeah, you managed to bamf your way in. You find the numbers pretty easy. You have a sneaking suspicion after having looked through it and actually looking back through the numbers. The password is 1231, so you know, straight across and back to the beginning. And you baff that in, and away you go. You now have access to the office.
Right. I get. Can I see a terminal?
Within, it's a pretty small office. I say it's not much bigger than this particular room here.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 chairs in front of the desk. There's one bigger chair behind the desk. There's filing cabinets left and right. There's a potted plant in the corner, which looks like it needs dire attention of some water. And there is a terminal on the desk.
And I water the
Okay.
plant.
I was going to say I was going to go to the plant.
You guys gonna walk in there and just
Well,
whip them out and give them a...
No.
I'm gonna walk in there and basically I assume the window's looking out.
Yeah, there's like a singular window looking out with the kind of blinds which are currently closed.
Yeah, I was
because
going to
the
go
office
and
is
close the blind.
Yeah, they're already closed. Yeah.
If we pull the door shut, can we see? Is it glass door? Can we see through it?
Is it glass door? No. Solid.
Okay. Does it have a window or anything on it? Or?
No, solid.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just
I go
close
in
the door and stand to one side of it, so that if anyone opens the door and comes in, I'll be kind of round the side.
Okay. Yeah. No. So you're standing there ready
I've
to
got my
back the
pistol
person
in
on
case I need.
Yep.
it.
I go and sit down in the nice comfy chair in front of the terminal.
Okay. What are you doing? You're watering the plant.
Yeah, I'm watering
I
the
don't know
plant.
whether else. You're gonna find some water.
Yeah.
Probably going to be like a drinking water thing in
Yeah,
here.
must
Or
be
something.
like a
Yeah,
fountain or a
let's
tap.
say there's like a scuttlebutt water thing in the corner. Yeah, you can use that to water the plant. You take pity on this poor plant. That will be noted.
The plant will favour you in the future.
One day a
if you
plant
may
will
wish.
pay you for your life debt. This plant now is your life debt.
Not meaning any kind of double entendre, but can I enjoy a nice iced donut?
Wow, off topic. Let's enjoy a donut. So you're enjoying a donut and a dude.
Yeah, it's making me really want a donut.
Okay, Lola, I want you to make a tech use for me, please.
Yes.
Could someone be kind enough to pass me some fizz drink over, please? Because I've drunk all my coffee.
What kind of fizz drink would you like?
I think these got your cans.
Unless
unless you're-
Drive the DM!
Would you like a Coke Zero?
I will drink whatever you throw in its general direction. So
Alright,
it's not
Coke Zero.
putrid or
Vanilla.
urine. That's perfect, thank you. Cheers.
Can
Can I
I-
do another tech?
I need to reroll.
Okay, is that your second reroll for
No,
that?
that's my first
Oh,
reroll.
you didn't roll and
I
botched,
didn't-
did you?
I didn't roll, yeah.
Took the watch.
Took the botch like a man.
And I rolled exactly the same thing again. Excellent. 10.
A 10. You crack his password.
Excellent. Right, so I'm in. Can I find the diary?
Goldfish 1, 2, 3. You can find the diary for sure, yeah.
Then I input Scarlet Security into the diary for tomorrow morning at 9 AM
Where? With whom?
at the Home Office with
Who is this guy?
Look at the other things and pick a
Let's
person.
say that the account name belongs to Michael Geth.
Okay, then I put it under Mr. Geth.
Mr. Geth.
And
Wait,
Mr. Geth.
Well, hang on, we want to put it with his boss, not with him.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He's the person that sat this
What
down.
department's he in?
Look at some of the others. If you got the diary, look at the others.
Am I able to see sort of like the
You can
organisational
figure out
structure?
the following information. You can figure out that he is called Michael Guest.
Yeah.
You can figure out that his boss is Yvette. I want to say Fielding, but I think that's someone who does Most Wanted.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck it, Yvette Fielding. Why the hell not?
You saw Blue Peter once.
You what, sorry?
You saw Blue Peter
I think
once.
she did, yeah. So yes, his name is Michael Geth. His boss is Yvette Fielding, and he works for Customs Retire Division.
And then I put it that we have a meeting at 9 AM with Yvette Fielding.
At the Home Office. 9 AM, Yvette Fielding. Home Office.
See, I was going to propose that you see if there's like an HR portal and see who's on holiday and book a meeting with
I'm
them.
afraid because she only got a 10, she can't have access to all that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
can just about have the ability to make an appointment.
Yeah.
But you can't back this up in any way, shape or form. If anyone looks into it, it looks like it's just been made at this point at night.
Okay.
So if they are eagle-eyed, they will spot this, but there's nothing else you can do.
Okay. It's a really terrible job, but hopefully it'll work.
Well, let's get out of here before he finishes.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them have particularly great endurance.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So,
Cheeky bastard.
Roll a endurance check for me.
you're not here. So. Don't barge. Bend it on the way in or something.
If you can argue, I'll take any roll.
Sleight of hand.
We don't have sleight of hand, so I would.
Medic?
Lick at
I know
the
exactly
Medic.
where the prostate is.
Ew.
Yes. Take the roll.
Get the thumb.
God.
So you jabbed it too hard with the fingernail.
You get the distinct feeling that you probably should have given him a bit more time. But you guys have your way, fade to black, etc., etc. As you guys are leaving the office, the security guard comes around. Oi,
I'm gonna grab you and just go look. And go, oh,
what do you think you're doing? Oi, that's the customs office. You don't have clearance. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck is wrong with you? And you see him talking to his radio.
and just put my arm around you and just like rub, like giggle and like lean up and just like be not.
Take the mother of all life. Wow, this is the shittest thing. He's
After a
seen.
good 10 seconds of looking like, oh shit, we've been caught. What should we do? What should we do?
Well,
Take a charisma manipulate check. This is, I'm gonna be honest here. This is gonna be the mother of all checks because you've just seen him leaving the office.
Oh, well, he saw us actually leaving.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm not joking. You saw you leave the office. That's why you
Roll a dice.
precisely watching.
No.
11?
What did you get? You're partaking in this
Yeah,
discussion too.
you have to partake, so.
You're leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Do I
following
let-
your lead.
Oh, that's pretty good. Obviously my charisma's shit, but
Good roll. Shit stats.
yeah. So that would be a mighty 12.
You
11 and 12.
see him call into his radio, and he aims his gun at the pair of you, the three of you, because you're all there. It's like, right, stop what the fuck you're doing, drop to your knees, right the fuck now.
Whoa, yeah.
No, shut the fuck up, get down on your knees, you and all. And he turns back and backs up, unless you're further around the corner. But he's aiming his gun at you guys, just covering you guys across. Hands up, right the fuck now.
Fuck it. I step forward. I grab the the front of his gun. Just pull him towards me and elbow him in the face.
Take a grapple check. We'll oppose.
Actually, okay.
We should oppose. Maybe we should have some battle music. Yeah, fuck it, some battle music. I don't get a chance to play it.
Because it's not going to show up as a tool unprofessional if he's found with soiling. Crit.
So did he.
Who's got the highest
I,
grapple now?
Because I had my pistol out. Can I have my
You didn't have your pistol out.
No,
you
when
had
I
your
was-
arm around her.
Yeah, when we came out, but can I pull my pistol out now?
You can put it out now,
Okay.
but I'm going to resolve the grapple first.
Okay, fine.
Because they're doing their action now.
Is this going to be some like really fancy ass Brazilian battle dance?
I just
type
wondered,
thing?
as they both crit, whether they would just be basically they're just locked in combat for a moment, so I could actually just get around and just shoot him with the silence pistol, and just stuff it under his armpit and just
You have a science pistol.
You want to get involved while two big men are currently going at it.
Yeah.
That's kind of dangerous because they are flipping and moving around a lot. Alright, so I'm going to say result of grapple, you're in stalemate. You've gotten hold of him, but you can't manage to bash him in the face.
What is his grapple?
Huh?
What's his scoring grapple?
4.
So is mine. Hooray.
You two are so unbelievably matched. You've managed to get hold of the gun, so you're basically holding it like clenched under your arm, so it can't fire at anyone you give a shit about. But you just can't get to elbow him in the face. You just can't seem to get there, as his alternate hand is trying to pry loose the gun, but it's also got your other hand in the grips, and you're literally just move. They are constantly moving and weaving around one another. What do you want to try? I'm just going to say that, to be fair, if you go into attack with a pistol, they are moving around a lot. It will be exceptionally difficult. If you want to fire at him, it's going to be difficult. They are moving around a lot. They are big men.
Would it be like an
Yeah,
assisted
point
grapple
blank
where I
grab
basically just grab him, hold it, put the pistol, stuff the pistol under his armpit and fire it? Because then you got not only is the pistol silenced, it's also under his armpit.
Take a.
I could just try and aim for his balls and kick him.
To be fair.
Take a. You have the same problem he would. There's a chance that you could hit Mac.
In the ball? Would I? If I grab the guy who we're aiming for by the shoulders?
Have you ever tried to break apart two guys having a fight in a pub?
No.
That's exactly what's going on right now.
15.
A 15 to assist and help. Yeah, you can get the upper hand. You can give Mac the upper hand basically on this. So you basically jump on the back of the guy. 15 is pretty respectable.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Okay, I am going to. Well, to be fair, we're grappling, so all I can really do is continue the grapple.
Yep.
I don't actually have particularly anything else on me.
Do you have unarmed? Doesn't matter actually. You have unarmed. You can try and punch him in the face. Let's say that he's managed to grab hold of the arm that's restraining yours. That was restraining yours from like elbowing him in the face. So I'd say that'd be an unarmed check. It's kind of difficult, but not beyond you. You are in theory trained in this shit. Oh no, I don't like that giggle. I'm very uncomfortable with this giggle.
So you say I've got an arm for it?
Yeah.
Okay. With the arm I have free, I am going to pull out my veggie peeler.
Jesus.
Jab it in his
Okay.
eyes.
And I'm going to stab the bloke in the throat.
Okay, difficult check, but you are still technically half grappled, but you do have assistance from Ennis.
Don't fuck this up. Crit.
Straight in the side of the neck, down in that little clavicle bit. Give it a good twist, pull it out. I'm going to say in the crit, like the two of you managed to manhandle him back into whatever dumpster you were doing it behind previously. And you silently hold this guy down as he bleeds to death.
Once he's done that.
Actually, I use my medical kit to actually just staunch the bleeding. Staunch bleeding. I stop it creating a pool. I put a bunch of wadding over it, loosely.
Okay.
So there's not like a gigantic telltale pool of blood.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say you can do that. Yeah.
At least for a while.
Yep.
Is he dying horribly painfully?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Question.
I put him out of his misery once we've got him into an outlaw.
Sure,
I think
you've got
it's-
science pistol, haven't you?
I also have a knife.
Might
Yeah.
want to just kind of make it look like a stabbing, so we could it looks like someone just mugged him or something.
Nick his
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, I was thinking nick his wallet, nick his
I
gun.
put him out of his
Okay,
misery,
yeah.
so I push it straight into the heart or through the head or something that'll kill him very quickly.
Yeah, you can do it.
And then after doing that,
Good
it's like, right.
And
Basically,
then
it's like, mince
then
him a bit.
we lay him face down and pull his trousers down
yes,
because he has recently
he
engaged.
actually does have your semen in him.
Let's hope they don't get a sample and come checking.
Okay,
Anyway,
that answers my
nick
question.
nick his wallet and his gun as well, and just throw them in a nearby dumpster or something, just so it looks like they've been nicked.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys are the worst.
I have no
At
parts.
the end, when we get to a point, I'm going to tell you how shit you guys really are. Okay.
I had no part in this
Unfortunately,
one.
I don't have a douche full of bleach or anything, so there's nothing you can do about that.
Lola, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
Mhm.
As these three guys have gone off to stab the shit out of this guy and chuck his stuff in the dumpster.
I was
Put his trousers
Put him
down.
out of his misery.
I was just going to stab him in the throat and dump him back in his office, but
It's not. Yeah,
Do I still get my drinking
Leave.
buddy's perception with
It's not his
Max
office, so somebody
sort
else
of
goes
there?
there and knows something went wrong.
yeah, I'm going to say I'm going to allow it in this particular situation because part of the drinking buddy thing is protecting your buddy when you're drunk. You know,
Yeah.
you have a mate when you drink. That's what you do. And you're
Exactly.
busy like, oh shit, who's in trouble? Like that kind of thing. I think. So in this situation, yeah, I'll allow.
Okay. 9.
9.
9.
There's definitely people walking around. Some of them are looking down the alleyway with a bit of a curious look, but so far as you're concerned, nobody's seen you.
I could go out of the alley and sort of like cause a distraction. Pretending to be drunk.
I assumed you weren't in the alley, sorry.
Oh yes, yeah, no sorry, I'm not in. I wasn't sure
thought you
where
were
I
outside
was.
the alley.
Yeah,
You
so
hadn't said that you'd gone down there, so I assumed you weren't.
I'll make a distraction and pretend to be a very drunk woman.
Okay.
Oh, I hope no one takes advantage of me in this days.
Oh God.
Not that sort of drunk.
As far as you're concerned, yeah, you are making a really good distraction as a potentially drunk woman.
Don't get arrested.
You don't see anyone of any particular import.
No one seems to be paying me much attention.
People are walking by. You see them throw a couple of cursory glances down. But you're probably more interested in maybe that hot dude walking by or finding out what the fuck your friends are up to. What do you guys want to do now?
Hot dude walking by.
Yes. One or two hot dudes walking by.
Alright.
Before we get distracted by that, let's get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna make sure I take his radio and his wallet and like see if he has like a picture of his family or something.
Oh
in
shit!
there.
Yeah,
Just
he
be like,
actually.
oops.
He's already radioed in what he's seen.
Yeah, but he might have just radioed in like, oh, there's some like horny kids coming out of my office. So someone like lured me away.
No, it was definitely 3 suspects caught leaving XYZ office. You were close enough to hear that, I assume. As you said, you grabbed hold of the gun, you're close enough to hear that. He definitely radioed back that there were 3 suspects fucking around the customs office.
Let's get the hell out of there.
Back up and support.
Radio back again and say that everything's all clear now.
You really want me to hand solo it?
Yeah!
It's all good. Everything's all good here now.
Hey, okay.
I love the idea of having this conversation. Call them back and say everything's like, what, Han Solo, you're fucking nut. Yeah, you can do it, you can try.
I suppose I spent more time with him than anyone else.
Exactly, you know his voice better.
You know what he sounds like in the
Heat of the
stresses
moment.
Take an intellect to manipulate for me, please.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Oh, this would be really good
It's
time
a
to get a
10.
third crit in a row.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
If I did my get out of the way, that's not how you do it. Would I still use his stats or use mine? Actually, yours. Doesn't matter if I use my stats because I've still got pretty good intelligence anyway. 40.
But then, is this really a case of where like they hear one voice and then some other voice comes and goes?
That wouldn't really work, would it?
I know
Never mind.
normally, but your fucking synergy is OP as fuck.
Yeah, never mind.
And 2, I don't think you could really say that.
Yeah,
this
that would be a bit
applies
weird
in
on the
this
radio, wouldn't it? It's like,
situation.
no, that's not what it sounds like. Try it like this.
Damn it, man!
Say to them, this may be the difference between you making it and not. I will take advice. You can take advice from other people.
Well, it's just
I'm
horny
gonna say,
teenagers.
I'm gonna say it was some horny drunks looking for a place to like crash, and you know I've gone in and checked this. Like,
Just say it was
the
some
office
horny
looks all right.
teenagers.
There's probably cams somewhere. None of you look like teenagers.
Do not.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it was some horny drunks looking for a place to like sleep it off, or I don't know. I scared them
Everything's
off.
okay then. We don't need to. We've just got an armed response unit going out. They're probably about 3 minutes out from your position.
Oh, you called it off. I've dealt with it.
All right then, Pete.
I've just run them off.
Fair enough. Have a good night.
And you.
So far as you're aware,
We
that
should get the
worked.
hell out of here anyway, just in case he hasn't called them off.
Yeah,
There's
let's
no reason
leave.
for us to be here anymore.
Yeah, let's leave.
I assume are any of us like obviously covered in blood or anything, or are we okay?
Obviously covered in blood.
Like on his face or clothing or what?
In your jacket. Probably a bit across the side of the face.
Just take,
Even that.
take your jacket off and rub your face with it, and then just put your jacket around your waist or something.
Yeah. Okay. I assume we weren't walking around in duster coats and Stetsons, so you know, in a
Well, to be
in a
fair,
city.
we're late at night going for a
Late at
starport. Why
night,
not?
yeah.
You're getting,
Okay, yeah,
you're
I-
getting new clothes in the morning
To
anyway.
be fair, I don't tend to wear my Stetson most of the time anyway. I take my duster coat off and I just I bundle it up, I wipe my face with it, and just put it in my bag.
Yeah, between the lot of you, you can get him cleaned up on the way out.
Yeah.
To be fair, we can walk back into the office and use their bloody water dispenser if we want.
Wow.
Well, let's be walking away as we're doing this. Cause
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
more genetic material at
There
the site.
probably
Go
is
for it.
silence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just leave. Leave now. Quickly.
Where are you going?
Away.
well, we'll head back
That doesn't help.
towards
Where are you
our ship, I guess.
Have you been staying all the time on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from that one night. Actually, that wasn't here. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in another place.
That was another place.
Yeah.
Clear?
Head back
Go
to the ship.
Considering
I
none of
need
us have been paid. apart
two
from
of
me.
you.
Yeah.
Like,
2 of you to make perception checks for me, please.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
Haha. Screw you. Damn.
I love how you
7.
guys just jerk your mice, like your dice off all the time. It's like, yeah.
Jerk your mice off. That would be a very different show.
That'd be a very different show.
6.
I would say dice. I'm looking at my mouse, so you've got a
6.
6.
I got a
You don't
7.
even have a mouse. You have a trackball.
Wow.
Perception's one of the things I'm actually
I
good at.
literally rolled a 1.
Wow.
Eyes
It's
were
like the
shut.
3rd one I've rolled this evening.
You all become aware, because it's a fucking 6 and a 7, Jesus. You guys all become aware that stationed next to your ship in docking, there is a ship is about half the size of yours. And you see this like particularly large male and this sort of short female leave. Both
Human?
A bit of a 6s and 7s? Yeah. Human. Gives you a sort of a nod of respect. And they walk away.
Do you
Nothing
reckon
seems
on
odd
the
about their ship. 6s and 7s? Nope. They don't seem particularly stand-outish. You just notice that there are new people parked next to you.
Okay, well, that's quite normal in that.
On a 6 and a 7, this is what you see. I'm just
Yeah.
throwing it out there so when it comes up later, if it comes up later, it's not a surprise.
It's fine. Yeah. If that's all we know, then everything seems normal. So
Yeah.
we'll
As
just.
far as you're concerned, you just have new neighbours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Situation dull as fuck.
Situation normal, all fucked up.
Let's go to bed and be up bright and early tomorrow.
Yep.
Bright and early tomorrow, I believe, is your suit day.
Yes, it
Suit
is.
up!
Suit up
Suit
and
up.
then off to the Home Office
Yeah,
for
we
a
should get
9
done
a.m.
early.
meeting.
Yeah.
The 9 a.m. meeting,
As
lads.
you guys come on board, Ducky reaffirms that the person who made your suit says that they are ready to pick up tomorrow morning. His shop will be open from 7 a.m.
Cool. We'll pop over at 7 then.
Cool. Pass the night in relative peace and quiet.
Do
Excellent.
you?
Sleep.
Sleep, rest.
Sleep.
Cool.
Hang out with Ducky for a bit and then rest.
Grind a bit more girlfriend rep. Cool. I assume you buy provisions for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
You get the extra safe.
Extra safe with
Extra
extra
double
I haven't
standard
made you roll
condoms.
something. Jesus.
Body stocking.
Yeah. This is
STD
awesome.
roll.
STD roll, because you guys stated you left genetic material behind, so fuck you.
You did not wear protection.
Did not wear protection. It's your own fucking fault, man. Alright, I need to bring this up because I don't get a chance to use this very often.
Is he
I'm
going to
really
get some kind of
excited.
parasitic infection? That'd be hilarious.
That will be the funniest
If that's what
thing
kills
ever.
Mac, it'll be great.
If that's the one thing that
Yeah,
finally
he
kills
strolls.
Mac.
He strolls through dozens of battlefields unscathed, and then dies of like megapox
Oh, I gotta find out where it is.
from boning a security guard as a distraction.
Here we go.
Which failed.
STIs optional. Okay. You have a choice. Roll. Oh, fuck mine. I wish we had a luck stat for this particular situation, but you're already lucky. So
Origin Mega Maggot infection.
roll a.
Oh.
Poison.
They crawl around a little foreskin.
Roll a endurance physical for me. If you get below 8, I'm gonna say.
Should it be endurance exposure?
Nah, exposure is like to the
Freezing death.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not in this situation.
Nice.
14.
You're fine. You don't get any STIs. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, there was such good things in here. Squid clap, my favourite.
Squid.
Squid Glow.
Yeah.
Squid clap.
Well, you see, all those
Yes.
years with the guns, you know, I'm inoculated to just about everything. I never knew what I was going to come up with.
You never knew what you're going to come home with.
Yeah.
Oh, you absolute.
Or up
animals.
against.
He appears to have come back with extra tentacles this time. Oh, okay.
Oh, you are quite a
We got a
gross.
pill for that.
Alright. Okay. Yeah,
It's
you don't
green
roll it. So
dripping.
you guys, unless you guys are doing anything other than grinding girlfriend rep, is there anything else you guys are up to?
Nope.
Right,
Have a
okay.
good night's sleep.
You just said rep.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
What do you think I said?
I had no idea.
Okay.
You said grinding girlfriend and then said the word afterwards. I was like, I understand grinding girlfriend. But then there was another word.
Yeah, I said right.
Okay.
Alright. Morning comes bright and early. Go off to pick up your suits.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
gonna take my pistols. I probably won't take any explosives because that's like under concealed carry.
Anywhere that I can get awesome sunglasses.
Oh, we can provide those if you wish.
Oh yes, please.
Part of £500 is 500 caliber. That's more than plenty. Yes, of course we can provide those. Ray-Bans. Without these shitty little glasses.
Excellent. So we'll get sunglasses as well.
You're all gonna have sunglasses. That is everybody.
Proper, like,
Okay.
We're
Men in black.
we're a security detail.
No one needs to know where your eyes are looking.
Could I actually, jumping back a bit, could I have shaved my head overnight?
Yes.
Did we have a hairdressing party?
Well, actually, I've got Ducky to it, so it looks a bit nicer because I can't really see it myself.
I thought you were just gonna raise. Are you gonna? Ducky will.
I think I'll say, Ducky, will you shave me?
Well, I'm not really sure that I like that. I mean, I'm happy with how people look as they are. I mean, natural's fine. I mean,
Yeah, but I want to kind of like look a bit intimidating when we go through security tomorrow and not look like me. So I was thinking,
well,
Well,
if
you
you
just
drop,
go-
then you already are intimidating. I
Mac-
mean, it's down to your need.
Mac already shaves his head. Why don't you just go and ask Mac to do it?
Mm.
He did it himself flawlessly.
yeah, I know, but if I can get Ducky to do something, or you used to do something, I'm going to get Ducky to do it.
Okay.
So, well, if you drop your trousers, you really will be intimidating. So, I don't really know.
I don't really do, yeah, no, just like, get a razor and just like trim it back.
Oh, you mean your hair?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
He doesn't need to look.
I wasn't going to I didn't need to make that look any more intimidating.
Cool. She
Unless I want to
knuckled up.
Unless I want to strangle orphans with it or something.
She shaved your the head on your the hair on your head. She shaved you. Alright. You now have a bald head. Are you going to reshape your head? Because it probably will be coming through at this point. It's been a couple of weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
Go on, join us, Mr. Quinn.
No.
Can I have like
I'm just going to pick it
1847
over,
looks?
yeah.
I have no reason. Actually, I actually have no idea what I look like anymore. I'm completely forgotten.
I'm just going to make myself look
I just
fabulous.
imagine him looking like you, to be honest.
Yeah.
I kind of imagine Quinn looking like you, but just
Fair
like a buffer.
No, he's not buff at all, though, is he?
Oh no, he's gangly, isn't he? Yeah.
So
Gangly
basically
psychopath.
you.
It's basically you.
He is a pale, gangly.
Nerd.
I imagine he's got
Yeah.
slightly more beard than you because we've
That's-
never mentioned any of us shaving.
Yeah.
The thing is that he doesn't look imposing, but he's ridiculously
Yeah, that's cool.
intimidating still.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we have two bald heads, sunglasses, that kind of thing. Ducky doesn't look convinced. Not at all. She doesn't like it.
It's fine, I'll regret later, but at least they won't recognise me if I turn up.
Yeah, that's fine. Lola spends time in the morning looking fabulous, and then gets into the dress, which kind of ruins her hair a bit. But you flick it out, you're a working woman, so
Yeah. And fabulous sunglasses, not the Men in Black stuff. Fabulous ones.
fabulous.
Proper like purple stars.
Yeah.
You have some decent shades that don't make you look like a knob.
Yeah.
You have those. All right, you.
And then I
guys-
ruin it by having a flat cap.
Oh,
No, you're
Jesus.
not wearing a flat cap.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't wish to impede upon your star, but flat cap does not scream security.
No, I just like it.
I know, but you have to deal with that. So.
Gets cold.
Do you have a briefcase?
The briefcase,
Hmm.
that's not my
Forte.
It's not my forte, no.
Okay, never mind.
There are shops around in which you could get suitcases, briefcases, such like.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. Are you going to go get one?
I actually knew what one for.
I was just thinking, just make look more business-like sort of thing, but
I wouldn't
it'll
think
be
it'd be
fine. It'll
required.
be, no, it'll be fine
If
without
you
it.
acquire a couple, then you can.
It'd be
You
funny
can
if you
take
do
one.
turn up with a briefcase and they want to search and it's like, why do you have an empty briefcase?
Why have you got a briefcase full of bricks?
I need to know, right, so you guys are going to rock your way up to Home Office? Is this the plan?
Yeah.
The plan, TM?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't
I'm
brought
going
any
to
explosives
get
with me
a
because
briefcase
I'm not planning to try and bust
dismantle my
our way
rifle
out.
and put it in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, there's more chance of being
Are
found out if we
you
try and
packing-
smuggle that in.
Yeah.
Are you packing it out with anything?
I'm literally going to
Or
get
foam, or
a
you just gonna
case
break it
with
down
foam and put it
Okay.
in. So it is I'm security. Here is my rifle in case things go to shit.
Okay.
Here is my concealed carry permit.
Okay, that's perfect. That's fine. I'll say you can do that. Probably, to be honest, let me say you probably have one of those. To be fair, it probably is what your actual.
Oh yeah,
sniper
I'm just
rifle's got
getting a nice one.
Oh,
so-
you're getting a slightly nice little give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Better than the here is my sniper rifle box. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I imagine my old one kind of looks like a Games Workshop miniature case.
Oh, so
It's like
that was actually
a
what I was
bunch of
thinking.
scratches on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's all like beaten up. It looks like an old guy's toolbox.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, so you're carrying your concealed pistol, one, and you have your sniper rifle in a box. Are you taking any other weapons with you? Any
I don't
other
have
things with you? Don't have anything else. What are you taking with you?
I'm taking my pistol that my brother gave me,
Yeah.
and that's it. I'm not going to try and smuggle any explosives or like my grenade launcher or anything in, because that would just be a bit. I don't think anyone would accept that as concealed carry. Like,
Yeah.
here's my C4, my concealed carry permit.
Yes, that's fine. Lola, what are you taking with you?
Well, I'm going to leave my big mama big gun behind, and I'm going to take Gertie, and I'm going to take the motherfucker small gun concealed, as well as the wizard knife concealed, and my ninja stars also concealed.
Okay, you want to conceal a knife, a bunch of throwing stars, and 2 pistols.
On a skimpy.
On a
That's
skimpy dress.
unlikely. Also,
And-
You
you're-
have
and-
a single jacket,
a single
which could
jacket.
probably conceal maybe 2 guns.
Yeah.
There is nowhere in hell you're going to be able to conceal a knife in that dress, and not in those shoes.
you probably don't want to meet
Quarter?
any.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Garter thing.
You put it in your garter.
Yeah.
Your big fuck off huge Bowie knife. In a garter.
We're not actually planning on fighting here. This is only if things go completely wrong.
Yeah.
Alright, then
I'm just throwing out that you want to conceal a Bowie knife in between your thighs.
Not in between my thighs, on the outside of my thighs.
So you want it to show through your dress, which will no longer
There's
be
no way you're
concealed.
going to
That is
conceal
some
the
killer
bone.
businesswoman bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
I'm
now
a real
I'm just
throwing
solicitor.
out
There's this big ass fucking Bowie
Yeah, I'm
knife
just
on
going
the
to
left.
throw out that you probably could conceal your Bowie knife as well.
Alright, never mind.
Throwing stars, you're going to have the same problem.
Can I not conceal at least one of them in my hair?
Just pop it in a pocket on the inside. There's one in the pocket.
Pop it on over the buttons of your jacket. It's like they're accents.
All I'm going to say is you can try.
I wouldn't.
All
There's
I can
no
say is you
reason
can try.
to.
Just, if we get to the stage where we have to fight our way out of here, we're really boned.
Yeah.
Because
Alright,
there are
Alright.
dozens and
Stars
dozens
are
of people here with guns.
I'll leave the ninja stars
Yeah,
behind.
I'm
as
going to
well.
say, like, if they pat you down, there's no reason to carry ninja stars when you have pistols.
Yes.
I mean-
And those are the things you have the permit for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, us three, I assume we'd have our communication ears in
Yeah, you'll
because
have
of security,
communication
which
ears,
I assume can we reach the ship from there?
Yeah.
Because it might be worth getting Ducky to kind of be nearby in case we need to evac quickly.
No, with your scoping out, there's nowhere to land your ship.
Not a roof, not can't land on the roof or anything.
Let's say you could try and land it on the roof, but do you not think they'd have some sort of air defense?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise, hey, I'm going to fly in, don't land down. Well, no motherfucker can do anything against me, and then I'm going to fly off again.
Yeah,
You would think
but-
the Home Office have slightly better regs than that, but you didn't see anything because you only got 17 and you botched.
Okay.
Well, we'll have our earpiece in, so we can always.
Actually, we've got Rog and the Irilis dude on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't.
No, we don't.
You have
Oh no,
Grog.
the Irilis left, didn't we? Yeah, okay, we've got Grog. Should we get him to be near one of the security entrances in case we need him to create a distraction to help us get out?
Sacrifice yourself, drug. What?
Well, I'm just saying, like, yeah, if we need to bust out, then having someone big and strong there. He could be hanging around with some of my C4, so if we need to bust out, he can just go and blow a gate so we can leg it out.
For sure, you can do that.
Yeah,
You can
I'll
ask
just
him.
leave him there.
Why
and
do a
just-
gate? Why don't you do the wall?
Well, yeah,
They're the
anywhere.
right guards.
That's
I mean,
fence.
Whichever the nearest place to actually like the building we're going to be leaving from. So if we
Yeah.
need to cheese it across the run, he can just blow the wall and we can just leg it out. So we'll leave him on
Alright, so
standby
you
somewhere.
give him instructions on where to put the C4 and to blow it in case he gets any communication across.
Yep.
I'm going to say you can, in the time you've had, you can probably jerry-rig something that work like a communicator for him. It's nowhere near as good as you guys, and it's definitely not clear, but you can do it.
Okay.
What are
The
you
radio
taking
that we
in?
got from the dude at the port.
Yes, you can rig, I would say in the time you had, you can rig that flat. What are you taking with you? So you have your 2 pistols.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not taking your hat.
Won't
Ooh,
take a pistol in your
yeah.
hat.
In a suitcase.
Yes.
Yeah, your hat would be perfect to be in a suitcase.
Yeah. I'll take a hat in a briefcase.
You could put your pistol in there as well.
And a bunch of like fake ass papers.
Yeah.
Well, because you've already got. You say, yeah, I've got.
Let's
What
say
have you got in
that-
here? I have my tablet and I have my pistol.
And
which I'm
Mr. Quinn, what are you taking with you?
My pistols.
Mhm.
Both of them.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Yep, you can conceal both those. Alright, on that note, now I know what everyone has, we are going to take a quick break and we're going to leave you just as you hit the security checkpoint number 1 to get into Home Office. Alright, we shall be back in about 10
Choo
minutes. And welcome back on that, brother.
Hello!
What a comment start back on YouTube.
For the sake of all men everywhere.
Rawr.
Okay, you guys find yourselves at the checkpoint. Apologies, we're kind of eating birthday cake. It was Tech's birthday yesterday, so
Woohoo!
yay! It's officially older. You guys find yourselves at the first checkpoint. You rock your way up to security, and they pat you down. And the first things they find are all of your concealed weapons. To which I assume you show your
Yeah.
your standard passes of ta-da, and they let you through. No, that's not true. Who's holding briefcases?
I am.
Right, they go through
I'm
your
not.
briefcase.
I literally open it and show them. And they're like, what weapons have you got? I'm saying,
And you need to be carrying what looks like a sniper rifle into here.
it's just part of a standard protection complement. Especially in a built-up area.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Make sure it stays in the case.
Of course.
You know when it's needed. You want to see you open it and there's not a threat. You'll be gunned down.
Understandable.
Excellent. What about you, young lady? Takes the briefcase from you, pops it open. What have you got in there? You've got a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a permit, so that's fine.
Yep.
You got your hat.
Yep.
And you have some papers.
What
What does your hat look like?
Just looks like a tablet.
Just like a genuine tablet?
Yeah.
Little thing. Close it down. Hand it back over.
Cheers.
Alright. You see him calling into his radio. He's like, yeah, 4 coming up. All concealed weapons. Sniper rifle in the case. Where's your 3? And then you go to the next layer of security where they do the traditional, like, you know, sweeping you down for bugs and stuff. I assume no one's wearing bugs. You're wearing earpieces, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which are very obvious.
Which are blatantly fucking obvious. It asks you to take them out, scan everything through. They appear to be checking a network. It does look like just a simple local network between you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you go through.
Do we get the earpieces back once I've checked them?
You get your piece back. And you get everything back because assume at this point you haven't actually activated Grog's radio or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yeah. So you guys, so far as you feel, more slow security.
La 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 la.
And ahead of you, you see a pretty big open lobby area. There are like these open staircases go off to the left and to the right. They're kind of like the kind of metal, like stainless steel construct, brushed steel, that kind of bullshit stuff. And ahead of you, you see a particularly large, like, reception type desk, and there are about 3 or 4 people working on this. One of them is a Rutai, a mixture of guys and girls. What do you guys want to do? Oh yeah, by the way, security fucking everywhere.
I'll walk up to the desk as the head of the security firm.
Yes.
Hello, we've got an appointment with Yvette Fielding.
Yvette Fielding, 1 minute. Who are you?
My name is Scarlet Rose. We're here as part of the Rose security firm.
I thought we were solicitor firm.
And security.
Solicitors / sex.
Sex security.
I can't, I'm not doing
Saucy
that.
solicitors and sex security.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what you put yourselves down as.
Yeah.
Sex security.
Sex security, that's what I wrote down. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, we have a meeting here for a Scarlet Rose. Yes, you'll find Miss Yvette Fielding. She's up and on the right, but it doesn't appear that she seems to be in this morning. I don't know if this is a conflict in your diaries.
As
She
far as
appears
I'm
not to be in
aware,
until at least this afternoon.
how odd. She messaged me and said that she'd be in. Do you mind if we just go up and just check?
1 moment, and you see him like call over his supervisor, and they have a brief chat. Anyone want to do a Pacific check?
Nope.
Don't hear what they're saying.
5.
He comes back to you guys and says, well, it's not really protocol to allow you just to wander up to her office when she's not there. Obviously you need to have escort with as where you go. If you wouldn't mind waiting across, I will try and get hold of her for you, but I can't make any promises. If not, she will be in this afternoon.
Okay.
There's benches around the edges. Not a lot of people there. More security than anything else. You see lots of people coming and going.
Okay, we'll wander over there.
Sit down.
What we're
So
gonna do?
are we reasonably awake? Are we like reasonably quiet so we can talk to each other without being overheard?
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're gonna do?
So
We've got
do we?
weight or
Can you
should be here.
connect wirelessly? Yeah.
No, I don't have access to the internet.
if you were to like pop off and try and find the loo and stumble into an office on the way back, would you be able to connect from there?
And do what?
Depends if the
Like
loos
try
are
and
in
figure
as
out
well.
who this Mr. Bats is, because that's the only lead we've got. If you can like hack into their finance records and see who's been transferring large amounts of money to.
That
Yeah.
is literally why you're here.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Because it's off the main network, they would literally be withdrawing large amounts of money here and taking it somewhere else to deposit it.
Okay.
So basically, you just need to get to a terminal somewhere. It doesn't matter who you speak to. You really just need to get to that network.
Okay. I'll wander back over to the desk. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Do you have any loos that I could use?
He looks up, points to the sign, which is the universal symbol for I need to take a piss.
Oh.
Universal symbol for a dude pissing against a bush.
Yeah. A
Damn
variety of different greetings. Because it's it's on Britannia.
A Ken doll urinating against a tree.
Yeah, it's just like a little little stick man / stick woman, like the half and half thing, which is going on these days.
I follow the corridor down to the right then.
Okay. Follow the corridor down to the right. What are you guys doing?
Well, I guess we'd be following because we're a security detail.
Just wanted to double
I'm
check.
standing outside the.
Wanted to double check. So you
Standing outside the pisser.
I know, but we walked in just stand outside a cubicle.
you guys are gonna walk. To be fair, it'll be unisex here. No
Yeah.
one gives a fuck.
Yeah, and we'll walk into the loos then. First of all, obvious thing, are there any network points here?
In the loos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody walks in, could go, move along. So shoo him out of the toilet.
So can I take an intimidation check for you? It's the greatest idea ever.
Oh.
Yeah, this tiny little woman walks in.
just like
With dark
shoo her
hair,
out,
big
basically.
eyes. Looks
What is
busy.
this? Which
Intimidation. I'll let you choose.
Cool. Intellect then, because that's my higher one. 16.
A 16. Yeah, this tiny little woman who's clearly like hopping from side to side just turns around and walks back out again.
Are there, so these are kind of the ceiling panels that are like these, like the crappy little kind of like insulated office tile type ceilings you have in most of these office blocks.
Yeah, go on then.
Because if there's probably bundles of cables running along the top.
Yeah.
So would you be able to actually connect directly into a cable, or would you
That's
need to have an
it.
endpoint to be able to use?
Yes.
You're going to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you could like stick your head up there, if there was a bundle of cables near enough, you could just clamp onto it and just connect in that way.
Interesting question. I'm going to say you probably have attachments that allow you to hack into a wire directly, much like you would do for doing crimping tools.
Yeah.
For cat cables.
Yeah, because you could literally just cut it, crimp
Yeah.
it ends, and plug into it or something.
Yeah, you could like the wire that runs across. You could literally like put one of your connections across that will break through the sheet and make connection. It's not the greatest thing you'd ever use, and it's not one you'd want to do, but it's possible.
I was thinking if that was trying to find an office, first of all, if you're keeping an eye on the door, if I go up there and like lift a tile up, can I see any cables near enough that we could like reasonably reach or grab?
There are loads of cables.
Okay.
There are loads of bundles of cables.
Would I be able to like tell which of those were network cables? Being as I'm a salvager,
From
Take a
the
perception
main network
check.
through the box.
I'm going to use legendary point to reroll that 1. To roll another 1.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
seems
I've
to
been
be the way
doing.
legendary
Load up.
points
Have a quick
work.
look.
There are about, you recognise, so you're salvaging, some of these things, salvaging not necessarily all computer stuff, not really your forte. So far as you can tell, there are about 20 network cables up there.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, have a look. You're the one hacking into things, so yeah, just see if you can connect to it. I'll drag like a nearby bundle kind of delicately over so you can reach it.
Perception, right?
Yeah,
Or tech use would it be to determine?
perception. You're trying to identify one.
Well, that'll be perception tech.
No,
Because you're trying to
your
identify a particular type of tech.
perception.
11.
11. There's about 20 network cables up there in a nice little bundle really close nearby.
Okay.
So it's not a difficult check, you know what a network cable looks like, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of them.
Okay. So I'll hook up to one of them.
Gonna randomly pick one?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
It's a really poorly laid out network.
I'm going to run bundles up through the roofing.
10.
A 10.
Why do you run through the roof of the box?
Well, if you've got office and office there, you stick bogs where it's not an office.
And you just run cables all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, you guys have seen network cables? They are not the prettiest jobs in the world,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Wait, you stuff them outside and forget about them.
You managed to identify a network cable. There's big bundles of them. You can't miss them. You pull one down. clamp your hat into it.
Mhm.
Make a tech use for me. This is going to be kind of difficult because you're not accessing it through an endpoint. You're trying to interrupt the data mid-flow.
15.
15. Yep. You managed to break your way onto a portion of the system. You don't have everything. There are 20 odd network cables here, and you assume that some of them are specifically designed to do specific things internally.
Yeah.
But you managed to hack onto a bit of the network.
Am I able to see the list of employees?
Yes.
Am I able to see anyone under the name Bat?
No.
Damn. Am I able to see the comings and goings of money?
You got 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see any amount that matches the amount of money that we're seeing?
Did you bring Helena's flash drives with you? Did you leave them behind?
Well, we've got the paperwork, which is
I've got the paperwork, so...
Helena didn't have them on paperwork, she just
No,
had.
but we
You could have printed them out and put them on paper.
Yeah.
You
Totally what we did.
basically...
It's totally what we
That's
did.
totally what we thought about. No, that's fine. I don't mind retconning that kind of really small bullshit stuff.
we did say the papers in there. We just never said what's on
Yeah,
them.
no, it
Yeah.
doesn't. I'm okay to retcon that bullshit. It makes sense that you would.
Exactly.
You have argued your case sufficiently.
Hang on.
You look through them and you look to the specific time period in which Helena had followed up, which was probably at this point 2 and a bit, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. And you start cross-referencing through, and you can see the amounts of money which she has highlighted, and they seem to be at roughly the right time, like maybe like a day, half a day before she had noted that they'd been moved into Gertie's guns.
Yeah.
So you find the correct amounts of money. There appears to be... I've got 15. Yes, you come across a single name.
What's the name?
This is where I actually refer to my notes, because he has a name.
Something real.
Something real! It's written down, therefore it is.
Something of this prep you spent the last days working on.
The last hour working on. You find that the name is Theodore Parsons.
Good old Theo.
Theodore Parsons.
Okay.
Am I able to see this Theodore Parsons on the list of employees?
You just currently have a list of employees. Doesn't
Yeah.
tell you who they are, what they do, just that there is a list of employees and that these people are in or out.
Oh, it doesn't tell me who they are.
It tells you that their name is, that they work in a particular branch of the government. But it doesn't here's their office, this is exactly what they do within this branch of the government. It just says that this is the person they work in this branch.
Sounds like you're on their timesheet.
Does it say
Okay,
what
but
branch it's from?
can I
Exactly,
see?
yes, you're on the timesheet. You figure out who pays them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I see Theodore though?
You're sorry?
Can I see Theodore though?
On the list of employees?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he clocked in?
Yes.
It's clocked in today.
He's
in
clocked
the
in.
building.
He's definitely in.
What department?
He works for... Oh, Jesus.
The same one as the person who came to see you.
No, let's not do that.
Please.
But it'd be really easy to shift appointments.
Yeah.
It's our Theo will see us instead.
Yeah, might be a bit suspicious
Let's
if we go down that we
do
actually
Foreign
have
Office.
the Foreign Office.
Okay. Need to come up with some bullshit as to why we're seeing the Foreign Office.
We'll make
You
another
have this
appointment.
information. You know his name is Theodore Parsons, that he works in the Foreign Office, that he is definitely the one tagged out with these particular sums of money. Okay, I'm going to be clean. It looks like, in theory, other people have taken this money out, but he's the one that's authorised them all. So it'd be like 3 or 4 different people have taken this money out, but he's the guy that has basically signatured at the bottom. You basically cut through all that bullshit with your 15 and go, this is the guy who actually ended up taking it out. This person
Okay.
authorised it.
Alright.
So,
Can I see the appointment diary on this?
no, not really. As I say, you're in accounting,
Okay.
which is what you were looking for.
Yeah. Alright. I'll unplug from that and from the particular wire that I'm on and plug into another random wire and hope that it's the
Okay.
diary people.
I need...
Can we hack into a security system and alert people what you're doing every time you try
Yeah,
to
there's
attempt
more.
this?
There's more. Every time you do it, there's more risk. There's a chance that you can slice through the cable with what you have because you're doing the kind of clunky thing in. There's a chance that you could disrupt the network at the other end, etc., etc. There isn't. Get away with that because you've got a 15. It's not an easy check. I'm trying to figure out who would be the most knowledgeable. You two been here the longest, so I'm gonna say I want you both to make knowledge checks for me.
Correct.
Shit, mine. Alright.
everything.
High but not crit.
High but not a crit. How high?
I
Actually, it doesn't matter. You got
need to move the cake to find out how high. I rolled a
Move the
7.
cake.
Jesus, I need to move the cake to find out whether I rolled high.
I
In that
rolled a
case, your
7.
initiative is low.
I fancy a slice down.
Okay.
Sorry.
What the hell are you
It's
people
stuck.
doing? This is why we should have all this shit on the table when we're playing a game.
No.
Okay.
This is cake.
Stop fucking around.
I already have a,
Special.
I have a fork.
It's okay, you can cut this later.
No, I can't. I can't be asked. I'm not going to cycle through all of these goddamn hours to find this moment when you knock something off the table. That's
Well,
not
viewers,
happening.
if you find yourself irritated, it's because she can't be bothered. Don't blame us, mere
What
players.
kind of commitment is that, right?
Mm.
Jeez.
It's
Also, it's good cake.
Yeah, it's really good cake.
I hate you guys. Right, on your
It's
crits.
such good cake.
Shut the fuck up. On your crits, you know that Theodore Parsons is the Vice Speaker of the Britannia Protectorate. He is, in essence, the second in command.
Yep. Shit.
Is he in any way associated with ZuukIP?
But there's no big thing saying, "Hey, I'm part of ZuukIP, this radical group who's out to fuck over the worlds." No, there's nothing on there like that. You don't know that for sure. But
I'm a racist bastard, ask me how.
yeah, pretty much. He doesn't read his I'm part of ZuukIP, ask me how. It's not one of those organisations they blatantly go out and say who they are.
Yeah.
And it's not really how ZuukIP kind of work. But yeah, you figure out by tallying between the numbers that you found that Helena gave you, that yes, that this is Theodore Parsons, and he is in fact essentially the vice premier of Britannia, of the human race.
Okay. Let's go back.
You guys find this out in the middle of a unisex toilet in the middle of Home Office.
Come on, where else are you going to find incredibly important information?
Okay, so we need to talk to this Theodore, basically.
Or alternatively, we need to walk back out of here, go to the desk, and schedule a meeting with the head of internal security, and go, here's evidence of obvious espionage.
Mm.
I was more thinking let's get an appointment with Theodore, but
Well, yeah. I also assume that his skull is permeable to lead.
I was thinking you have a sniper rifle, we could just set up on a building outside and wait for him to
Have
hit
you ever
lunch.
walked into an office and tried to make an appointment with Prince Harry? I don't think it's going to work. Hey, can we make an appointment with Vice President of the world?
it's not Vice President of the
It's pretty after
It
lunch.
Literally is.
Yeah.
That's why I said we should try and make an appointment with someone in internal security.
Yeah. The second most important person on this planet is a traitor.
And
Not
here
a
is the evidence.
traitor. He just belongs to ZuukIP. To make him a traitor?
No, it does.
If ZuukIP got in
It
charge,
does
he
if
would
he's
be a
trying to
traitor.
start a war between humanity and everyone else.
Again, that doesn't necessarily make him a traitor. It just makes him a dick.
That literally makes him a traitor.
If he was selling out the human race, then yeah.
Well,
But in theory,
he's
make
trying
money.
to start a war. That's
But that's
against the
involve you
interests
guys.
of
Doesn't involve you
retire.
guys.
He's
Sorry.
trying to bring the human race into a war. That's literally treason. He's acting outside of the interests
Unfortunately,
of
I
the
have to
state.
see it from the point of view of the radical, so I have to sometimes argue the point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't actually know any of this because you're standing in the cubicle in the toilet, and I imagine I'm probably standing outside.
I come out of the cubicle. Gentlemen.
Madam, I say, ducking in and going quickly. It's been a while. We went out drinking the other day.
Oh my god, you
I
guys have been
washed
repeating
my
like
hands.
12 episodes.
My God, our planets are exploding.
You've managed to have Nookie, but you haven't managed to take a piss.
I have.
I
As
generally
in
just,
what you did, yeah.
I just generally don't find those exciting enough things to mention.
No,
I
yeah.
think this is
Like
exactly
eating.
the conversation we had last time. I went.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
As I'm
Some of those are rage proof.
As I'm washing my hands, I turn to you and are we alone in this bathroom?
Yes.
You just hear the sounds of him urinating heavily in the bed. It's like, yes.
Excellent. We need to come across a Theodore.
A Theodora.
A Theodora person.
Okay. Why do we need to come across this person?
Because he's the person that we're looking for.
Okay, so you want to try and schedule an appointment with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Do we want to just leave for today and then come up with another plan of attack? Because just walking up and asking to see this guy after having an appointment to see someone else is probably going to be... They'll probably just say, see you in a few days or whenever.
You finished taking your piss.
We try and see if
Oh,
we
yeah.
can schedule an appointment with with him as soon as we can.
We can do, yeah. You can ask him for now, but they probably won't be like, sure, go see him now. They'll probably be like, come back in a week.
Probably, but let's try.
Or never.
Doesn't matter because we'll see you in a week. We go, oh, so he's going to be here in a week then. So he's going to have to go through the gates.
Well, I assume he's here every day, so he's going to go through the gates every day.
He's in now.
He's in now, yeah.
So we can just leave and wait for him to leave.
Let's try and see if
There
we
are
can.
3 gates. I assume we can have more than 3 bombs.
Let's try and see
Again.
if we can get to him the
He's
normal
the
way.
vice president of the world. He's going to have a very good security detail.
Let's try and see if we can get to him the normal way first, shall we? Like, you know,
Bombs are
human
normal way.
beings.
Yeah.
You guys
And
need
look at-
conscience.
Dude,
It's
To be
me.
fair, like,
It's
taking-
me.
I'm not advocating it. I'm just saying, literally on our past record, bombs are our usual way.
Yes, but also, if we just take this guy out, it's only going to give them encouragement to... Yeah, it's going to martyr
It's
him.
not going to give them encouragement. It's going to give them less money, dramatically less money, because the guy, the second
what
in
are you
command
guys
who's signing
doing?
it off will
I'm
not
going.
be there.
I'm going to go to the desk, people again, and see if we can get an appointment.
Different person on.
Yeah.
Because I can't be asked to do his voice again.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We had an appointment, but we need to make an appointment with someone else.
Okay, not the normal way, but yeah, sure, of course, yes. How can I help you? Who are you trying to get hold of?
A Mr. Theodore Parsons.
And you are...
My name is Scarlet Rose. I am part of a security detail and a solicitor firm. I need to speak with him regarding a very important matter
Aha. Sure.
of national security.
Yes, of course. Yes, I'm sure, of course. And she goes down and says, "Oh yes, there's a booking in the other side of a blue moon."
This is a rather urgent matter. I need
I'm
to speak
sure
with
it
him.
is.
As in, the entire population is going to die soon, sort of thing.
Melodrama! She's a secretary.
It's an urgent matter.
Your entire security detail just went.
I need you to make a perception check for me because everyone else has their hands over their face.
You just press the red button.
10.
Let's go.
You see her reach under the desk and push her button.
Let's go. Let's go now.
I'm sure, and you can see her eyes looking over behind you. I'm sure that this obviously means some sort of major threat. So get him!
Get them.
And you guys become aware that there are about 5 or 6 security lining up behind you, and they all have their weapons aimed at you.
Put my hands up.
Yeah, I
What?
just put my suitcase down. I calmly
Yeah.
and obviously open my jacket, point to my weapon, and gesture to them to take it from me.
Comes over.
I'll just
takes
put my hands up and just...
I do exactly the same.
It's like bloody woman.
Right. They frog march you to the nearest cell.
Oh, for God's sake.
You made a terrorist
Sell?
threat.
Make a terrorist
You
threat.
She just said it's gonna kill people. It's like,
Well, no. It's like, we need to make this appointment or what? Or the world will end!
Yeah, you literally shouted a terrorist threat in the centre of government.
Yeah, this doesn't go down too
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, you couldn't do worse. I suppose you could walk into an active
my
section of the House
you
of
could have
Commons
leant
and
over and
screamed,
said,
"Bomb!"
I've got a bomb in my jacket. That probably would have been
That
worse.
wasn't what I meant.
You are all
Literally
frog
what you
marched.
screamed.
All of your weapons are taken from you. They strip all that shit down, like concealed weapon status or not. They take all that away. They take away both your suitcases, and they frog march you to separate cells. They throw you in, and they lock the door. Wow. Like, what
So the next time we say let's go.
Just go.
That's my notes on the floor. Okay. Jesus wept.
so
They just ruined everything.
Let's just say you've made it interesting. Possibly accelerated some things as well. Okay. You guys are all in cells. The cells are 7 foot by 4 foot. Is that a reasonable size for a cell?
I'm not sure.
Know.
But,
I don't fucking know. You're in a cell. It has enough like
7
a
by
bed.
5, stuff to lay down in bed.
There's a bed in there, and there's a toilet in the
just.
corner, sort of thing. And yeah, you're stuck in these cells. Jesus, wet.
I'm going to lay down on the bed. Is there a bed?
Yeah, there's a bed.
I sit on the bed and wait patiently.
I'm going to lay down on the bed.
I
and
did
just-
nothing wrong.
Patiently.
I'm going to attempt to fall asleep if I can because I assume we're in for a long wait.
You are correct. Okay, so about 2-3 hours later, after you've had plenty of time to brew and boil,
I sleep.
you sleep.
Do yoga.
I'm really annoyed and like,
There
I did
is
nothing
a-
wrong, god damn it!
No matter you're pleased, they are ignored. There is. You hear a rap on the door. You're told to stand away, back against the wall. And 2 armed guards come in. They grab you by both arms. They put a pair of cuffs behind your back.
This
strap
is
your arms behind your back.
entirely unnecessary, but okay.
They completely ignore you. And they drag you out and they throw you in basically an interrogation room.
Okay.
They sit you on a chair. There is a table. There is one of those kind of like there's like one of those just bulb lights just above you, just casting like that kind of sort of thing. There's clearly a 2-way mirror in here. You can see that. You've probably been in enough of these yourself to know what the fuck that looks like. And a big burly guy and a shorter guy, human, they come and sit down. And the big burly guy just like definitely the bad cop. Possibly. Yeah, this is first glance. And you see the little shorter guy who has like a little pencil moustache and a very, very small goatee and dark hair.
Don't sign any deals with him.
I wonder who I am. I'm unfortunately Corone. No, there is nothing you can do hacking remotely. You don't know that they're in jail.
Fly
Yeah,
the ship in and bomb the place.
there's no amount of praying that could help them at this point, I'm afraid. The guy looks at you and he says, so, do you want to explain what just went on?
I tried to book an appointment to discuss a matter of national security.
And you threatened the safety of the world.
I wasn't threatening the safety of the world. I was trying to explain how important it was to speak with Mr. Parsons.
What could a solicitor who deals with, what's the phrase, sex security, have any business?
Sex security.
You cannot
At this point, you flick out like a business card and it has that single word.
I'm going to have you guys hush first, sorry. You don't have business cards, you have nothing on you. Possibly have to do with the Vice Premier of Britannia.
I have important information for him.
Why could this not be channeled through other means? Like, handed in at a security desk, your nearest police station?
Because it's very vital and it's a matter of corruption and I need to speak with him.
And you think the only person between... You thought there would be no one between him and, say, you that you could speak to?
No. There's
At
no...
all?
No.
So only him can receive this information. Do you know how busy
Yes.
he is?
I
There's
do
no
understand that
chance-
he's busy.
There's no chance that he'd take a... Or this is a little bit of a problem coming from, well, yourself. You've got no pull, no rank, you've got nothing, no credentials. We looked into you. We didn't find a lot. We found exactly one case, and that was over in the Gendar system, where you had to break out some lad from using, what's the name? James? Yeah, checking into James's account. James Whittle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing we found about you, and we're supposed to believe that you have information about a national security threat. And then you walk in here, you make an appointment with your vet Fielding, who's not even here today. Well, at least not here this morning, as far as we know.
As far as I was aware, Yvette Fielding was supposed to be in today.
Then why did you want to see your vet Fielding? She's do customs, nothing to do with security.
That's regarding a different personal matter, thank you.
No. Afraid that's not quite good enough. Do you realise how much trouble you're in? We could lock you away and leave you. Nothing to do with the lads you've got with you either. They're not in pretty good water either. So, what was that matter about?
Cucumber.
Yeah.
We can't help you. We're not here.
They
I
can't
know,
help you,
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
I know, I know.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
It was when you said we won't speak to him directly. He was like, "Why? Want to blackmail him, really?"
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't let them help you. You are stuck in this alone, I'm afraid, my love.
I know, give me a minute.
That's fine.
You are not being our front runner from now on.
Fuck off.
The leader will deal with this. We're going to destroy the world. We're going to blackmail your leader.
Cucumber, where does Yvette Fielding work again?
She works in customs.
Customs,
The
okay.
crime division.
Might be a time.
Customs.
Money going off the system.
Whoa.
Alright, fine, I won't say anymore.
Come on. No offense, a character is stuck in this water. I'm going to have you stuck in this water too, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay.
A very expensive heirloom from my grandmother has been taken into the customs, and I need to get it back. It's very, very personal.
And you thought this took precedent over a national security crisis? Perhaps you want a minute to sort your story out?
You did such a good cop.
So sorry, I'm such an asshole. I'm not. This is the funniest game I've played in a while.
This is brilliant.
Do you want a couple of minutes to sort your story out? I thought 3 hours would be good enough for you. Take her back to her cell.
It's like,
Yeah.
your character just like pissing itself on
The two big burly guards who came to pick you up, they come by, they grab you by your arms and they throw you back in your cell.
You're still
I'm
like,
so sorry,
pissing
Zoe. It
yourself
was just too funny. I have to play it how I see it. I'm sorry. You guys got yourself in this mess.
off. I did nothing of a sort.
Right.
Question: have our earpieces been taken away?
Yes, everything's gone.
Oh.
You have nothing with you.
Okay.
You get taken back into your cell, and the person nearest you in your cell is.
Roll D4.
No. I'm watching you guys.
Yeah, you go then.
Last one.
Oh, okay.
Go. You
Matt.
get dragged in.
I was expecting to be picked.
No.
Oh,
this
I wanted to
this
be
person
dragged
has
That's why I
no.
was volunteering. I said,
Yeah.
"Lad, man."
This
Yeah,
person
I-
has no idea on who's in charge, except that this woman who's falling apart under the pressure. You're not sure what the name
Oh,
of
glorious
this,
leader who just fell apart.
Yeah. The two guys, then you see the same situation. You see a very big burly guy who looks like bad cop, and you see the guy with the small goatee and wearing a pencil belt. Sit down. You are handcuffed behind your back. Sat in the chair. So, what the fuck's going on?
The boss tells us.
You're telling me that you know nothing about this supposed security threat.
I say. You're just security. I'll go where the boss tells us.
You're saying you took a job to come into the Home Office, and all you're doing is following this little lass around, and she shouting about national security, and you know absolutely nothing about it.
I'm saying we all work for her security firm. She tells us to go where we go. She starts mouthing off. To be fair, this isn't the first time she's mouthed off and got herself in trouble.
Really? What other times you gotten in trouble?
You know, all over the place, in pubs and restaurants, and she flies off the handle at times. She's a bit fragile, you know.
She's saying she's not all upstairs.
Oh, she's a clever girl. I'm not going to lie, but she. There's a reason she's a solicitor and not a lawyer.
Yeah, I got that feeling. So, between us, absolutely nothing. No hint of what's going on. She's just off her rocker.
She pays well.
Okay, I need you to make a manipulate intelligence check for me.
$13.
Alright. You realise that withholding information about this sort of thing get in a lot of trouble if you don't fess up. So you're telling me 100% that there is nothing about what she said that's true? That there is no major national security threat? There is no ending of the world, so to speak?
I don't know. I don't know what she knows. She just told us we were coming here. We came. I don't know if what she's saying is true. I know that if it was, she would probably come here and make a scene.
Wow, you're making this easy. Alright, what it is. We'll be keeping an eye on you. You know, have to, no choice really. You also might want to, between you and me, start looking for new work, because I'm not sure she's going to be let out.
Fair enough. Always fancied having my own company.
Not area, not. Piss off. And the guys turn up and they take you out. Oh, they go back and take Lola. I'm so sorry. They take Lola out of her cell. The rest of you have your cells opened. They return your weapons to you. They return your suitcase to you.
Cucumber, can I just say it's your accent that's making me laugh so much?
It is a really cool accent.
I've been trying to tone it down from the really heavy stuff, so I'm giving it a go. Russian will appear at some point too.
Say murder. Let's do it.
Murder.
Oh, Taggart, we love you.
Oh, Taggart.
Mother.
Murder. You will have your weapons returned to you. Looks like your background check's cleared. Looks like you are who you say you are, but I suggest you find new work. Be keeping your boss in for a few days, if not a few weeks. Try and ascertain the nature of a threat and the information she might have. So, get out. We will be watching you.
So, if anything turns up, do you want us to bring it in?
So you
Hand
got
it into
anything,
who?
yeah?
Oh.
Bring it into me.
You got a card.
Do I have a card? Of course I don't have a bloody card.
What's your name?
Is the fella going to give me his number? So we can get in touch for handing off information.
I probably shouldn't call him Steve.
Steve.
Not calling him
Steve.
Stevenson.
Fuck
Something
you, guy.
Stevenson.
Fuck you.
Donald
Not everyone can
Stevenson.
be called Steve.
There we are.
No, his name's gonna be Andrew Stevenson. Nailed it. Fuck you guys.
Is that with a V or a PH?
PH. Don't look my name, lad.
Mixing German
You
and
are-
Scottish root.
You are escorted from the building and kicked out. You
Hello.
back inside. Jesus, I'm so sorry, Sammy, but this is too funny.
But-
You dug your own fucking hole again.
Let's
In
go get
jail
Robert.
again.
I was going to say, as we're kicked out, they're like, they hand us our stuff. It's like, right, pub.
You fucker.
All right, I need one of you three to make a perception check for me.
Oh, before we leave, can we give him our number and just when or if you let
10.
her out, let us know.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll have someone escort her off the premises, and you can pick her up from there.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
10 perception.
10.
What? Leave it high and try.
At this point, on a 10, you recognise the two humans you noticed who were parked next to your ship. As you walk out the building, they're walking in. What do you say?
I'll nod at them as I go past. Do they react to me in any way?
Yeah. You're so beneath the notice. Oh, you only got 10, didn't you? Okay. No, actually, no, fuck it, on a 10. You realise that as they're walking in, they do exactly the same thing that you guys do when you walk into a new building. They appear to be scoping it out. It's pretty much what you pick up before you're escorted out of the building.
I'll just give them a... As the guards are there, I'll kind of stop for a second and give them a kind of a proper kind of like full-on like up and down check and then carry on out the door.
Okay.
Obviously, openly and obviously.
Yeah.
Openly and obviously giving them a look up and down.
Yeah.
The guy is human, but he's about 7 foot tall. He's got really, really broad shoulders. He's built like a brick shithouse. He's fucking massive. And the lass with him, she's probably about 5'11", 5'10". Got like long reddish hair. She needs to be wearing a hat on her head. Ball cap. You can tell if you're giving them a proper look up and down and just stopping.
Yeah.
She is clearly carrying a concealed weapon. He is not. And they seem to be working in sync without having to talk to each other. You can see the way that they look across their gazes. They seem to be scoping out different areas of the place. That's what you pick up. There you go.
Cool. Right. So I'm basically kind of doing that, just like so, like the guards will be like, "Why is he checking those guys out?"
They ignore you and just push on.
Okay.
Right, back in interrogation. Jesus.
Get the waterboard out.
They leave you brewing for about 3 hours. Interrogation, tied to a chair. No water, no food, nothing. Just the light burning into your eyes.
Okay.
Then they stroll in. You become aware that the room is getting hotter and hotter. No water.
Okay.
Guy walks in, sits down. Just him this time. Holding a glass of water, just out of your reach. In fact, your arms are tied behind your back, so you can't reach them anywhere.
Exposure.
But if you could, you what? Sorry.
Exposure.
Suffering.
Nah.
Come on, you've deliberately exposed her. That's part of the interrogation. Is you've deliberately been exposed to a hot, dry environment.
Okay, fine. Because your
We're helping,
companions
Sammy.
are arguing against you. Make an exposure endurance roll for me, please. And the number to beat is 12.
Ouch. Can't. Unless you crit.
Really? She's got no exposure.
It's got one exposure.
Yeah.
So if you roll a 10, that's 11.
Oh right, okay. Okay, maybe I'm a bit harsh.
Yeah, you can't do
let's
two
say
bit
beat
harsh.
7.
She
Big
gets
7,
exposure.
thank you.
No, that's fine. To be fair, it's only slightly warm.
Not actually
How
in
do
a
you
fairness.
only have one exposure?
6.
Human should have any more than that.
What's
Got
endurance?
6.
Yeah.
That was not the 7 I
That's
was
3
looking for.
endurance.
I know.
You have 3 endurance. don't you?
Yeah,
Revival
it's only
minus
-1.
So yeah, you should have +2.
Yeah, you should.
Oh.
So yeah,
So
you make
7.
it then.
Yes.
You just make it.
Just make it.
That
Don't know
water
how
is
that
looking
was.
pretty good right now, though. I have to say, the water is looking pretty fucking good right now. Little dude sits down. Little dude, Andrew sits down opposite you. So, you feel like straightening out your story this time?
I apologise for my reaction in the last meeting. As I was trying to explain to you, I had a meeting with Yvette, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Notes it down.
That's not Lola's fault. Just cucumber. That's not Lola's fault. That's my own fault.
So Lola's just said it. You have to say it
I
as
don't
Lola.
know. I don't know.
Lola is an extension of you.
Yeah.
To be fair, to continue the cucumber, that's basically Yvette Fielding's accent as well.
Yeah, it basically is. Yeah. Yvette, right? Yeah.
Yvette. I had a meeting with Yvette to discuss the personal matter of my grandmother's heirloom.
Right.
And in between making the appointment to see Yvette and coming here today, I have been alerted to a security alert, which I'm aware I need to speak with Mr. Parsons about.
Why were you told about this threat while you were in the building? How did you come across this information? So far as we can tell on our cameras, you went to the toilet with your 3 bodyguards.
I have been alerted by using my hat tablets.
You literally just
My
called it a
tablet.
hacking assistance tool in front of them.
Can you use
using-
one hat?
Sorry,
He doesn't know the acronym, you're safe.
it's fine. Sorry, it's a synonym that I use with my colleagues. It's a tablet, basically.
Right, you call it a hat.
Yes. So I carry it around with me, wear it like a hat.
He gives you a strange look, but he did have someone back up, so you're a bit of an odd person. I'm gonna let this slide because it's kind of funny. Or either that was just psyching you out, seeing how big a hole you can do for yourself.
You did really well so far.
Right, so yeah, you use this tablet and you've got information on that.
The tablet, the information was alerted to me by a private source.
Private source.
Yes, there wasn't a sender information.
You. Let me get this straight. You, a solicitor.
Mhm.
Not quite a lawyer. You're a solicitor. In charge of some sort of security firm also. Not entirely sure how you mix both those, but fair enough. You were given an anonymous tip that there was some sort of security threat?
Security threat / fraudulent activity.
Like what?
I have been made aware that there have been some fraudulent signings off in Mr. Parsons' name, but I wanted to speak with him because I'm sure it wouldn't have been him, it would have been someone within the organisation. And I wanted to speak with him privately about it, alert him and see if he can have a look into the situation.
I don't want to be rude, miss, but you're sounding a bit like he signed off on this fraudulently. Doesn't quite sound like a national threat quite yet. And you want to meet with him personally?
Yes.
You understand this is beginning to sound a lot like you're potentially going to blackmail him.
No. I do not wish to blackmail him. I've been made aware of this and I just want to speak with him. Made aware of this and how it's linked to a terrorist organisation.
And you don't think that perhaps the person you don't want to speak to is the person who's perhaps committing these fraudulent crimes? And perhaps you might want to speak to, I don't know, security? Someone like me, maybe some of the undercover bullshit agents?
I wasn't sure as to who would be best to speak with. I thought going straight to the person whose name is being used.
Right, so it sounds a bit like an oversight to me. You're not entirely sure what you're doing. Am I right? Okay. Well, this information is best handed over. So we're going to take your device, we're going to scan through it, take it apart and get all the information off it. I'm so sorry. So we're going to go through that, we're going to find out your sources.
It's on the paper.
And you're going to...
Sorry, it's not on the tablet. I printed it off and deleted it from a tablet.
Why would you delete something like that from your tablet? Don't worry, lass. Don't worry about it. We have the finest software recovery agents that can get this
We'll
information
recover all
off.
your deleted files.
So what we're going to do with you is we're gonna put you under arrest for now.
Okay.
We're gonna have you contained. We're gonna have you safe. And then my security forces are gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb, recover everything we need, and then we'll approach it from there.
Okay.
And once we've cleared out your little indiscretion and we prove that you're not definitely involved in something like this, then we'll let you go. But it could take a couple of weeks, just a heads up.
I think it's time we...
Can I have a phone call to speak with a solicitor of mine?
Of course, yeah.
Solicitor?
Not a problem.
You mean a lawyer, right?
I'm thinking you're probably going to need a lawyer.
Lawyer, sorry.
You're not buying a
Lawyer
house.
is what I meant.
I like the fact you asked for a lawyer now, at this stage of your confession.
Right, let's. He stands up, raps on the door, is like, right, let's get her back into the cell. For God's sake, get herself out of those bloody handcuffs.
By the way, it's on my secret safe stuff. But there's also deleted stuff on there you need to check for as well. Because, all of our fake IDs.
Oh man!
I would really hope you have some sort of protection thing where it's going to explode when they try and use it or something.
Nope, you
Never
do not,
mentioned it.
because nobody stated that was a thing.
No, but I, as a expert hacker, I would have deleted anything properly from my device.
You would know how to make sure something's gone.
Yeah,
If you had deleted it.
I would have. Yeah.
But you've literally made our IDs yesterday.
Surely I would have deleted them.
You never
As
stated
soon as I
deleted
did
them.
it.
And
you've
you've
gone
gone
back
back
to
to
things
things you've done previously and recovered information.
Yeah.
And although you may be an exceptionally good hacker, there are people given enough time and effort that can get through that shit.
Can we be doing something while she's doing through this?
Right, so
Let's burst in and
What
try
I'm
and make an
gonna
appointment
say-
with the Vice President of the world.
what I'm going to say is that
Shouts a
roughly,
bomb in a bag.
we're going to...
Can't go any worse.
Oh,
No, wait, if we write a confessional in a bag first with all the things we've done and then bust it.
Bring it in. Okay, so you assholes are doing what?
Well, I'm thinking that probably the best way we've got to get out of this is blackmailing the Vice President of the Earth and telling him that person who knows all about his
you
dodgy
become
dealings is
blatantly
coming
aware
to us.
after a few hours that Lola is not coming out.
Yeah, that's what I meant. At this stage, like, yeah, well, handily, we have the dirt on, like, the second most powerful person on the planet. So,
Do
you
we?
may as
You
well use
have
it.
the knowledge, you have no proof. All the proof was with Lola.
True, but that also means that the proof is currently in the hands of security that will fuck this dude over.
Yes.
So the best thing for him to do is to get Lola and her shit out of there.
How do we get in contact with
Also,
this guy?
presumably there'll be a copy on the ship.
Wait for him to go out
Not
for lunch.
the new information that you got, no. You have
No,
the Helena's ship.
the actual
Yeah.
original proof.
Yeah, the Helena, the actual, this is a bunch of money that went out, yada yada
Because
yada.
we still have Helena's stuff, which we
Yeah, you have all of Helena's stuff, but that on it only isn't enough to convict this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
She never
No.
knew who it was.
Yeah.
But we do also, we can say we have this, we can say this is some of the documents we have.
Yeah.
We have more.
It's an option, it's what you guys want to do. Lola, who are you calling?
Ducky.
What the hell is Ducky gonna do?
I don't have any of your numbers.
She's with us,
So
to be fair, that's
would.
the ship. That's pretty much how she would contact us by
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
the ship.
exactly. So I call the ship.
Okay.
So Ducky would answer.
Are you, let's say it's about 4 hours later, what are you guys up to 4 hours
We
later?
probably would have gone back to regroup and try to figure out the plan because discussing the stuff.
You
in the
guys
pub
probably
is not a
like
good
sit
idea.
around the table for like fucking hours, like what the fuck is going on, go through various permutations of what the fuck is going on. And then Ducky gets a call through, he's like, hi!
Hi,
Oh,
Ducky.
I'm not really sure. Oh, she's not talking to you, but like, okay, yes, I'm a solicitor. Sure, I can do, yes, solicitor, I'm definitely that. Okay, cool. Just the Home Office calling. Cool.
Oh,
Yes, do that. And then you hear Ducky on the other end of the call, like, hi!
Hi.
By the way, you guys can hear this. There's no way you can't.
Yeah. Here, Ducky's extremely high pitched voice.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh god, I'm a solicitor now.
Lawyer.
Congratulations,
Hi.
mate. You hooked a good one.
Yeah.
Hi, Ducky.
Hi. So what's going on? Why are you like being called from the Home Office? Everyone's really worried about you. I'm really glad you're safe, but what's going on? Why are you calling a solicitor? I'm not a solicitor. I'm definitely not the right person to call in this situation.
Lawyer.
Hush, Ducky, hush. I need you to pass on a message to my lawyer, Ennis.
You have a lawyer. Ennis! And she just like runs out of the room.
I guess at this point I'll sit down and say, hello?
Hi.
Hello?
You are made aware that all phone calls are recorded.
I know, which is why I'm not saying anything.
That's why I'm also trying not to sound Irish. Which for someone who's not Irish is fairly easy.
Hi, I'm being held at the Home Office. It's all a big misunderstanding, of course. But can you please
Help!
can you please help can you please come down to the Home Office and help with my release, please? Thank you.
I'll certainly see what we can do about getting you out as quickly as possible.
Thank you. Speak to you soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Any conversation between the lawyer and the client is privilege. I can't record
Calling
that.
out is not. The first contact actually with the lawyer is not.
Oh.
It's only actually when you're in a room with your lawyer.
And it's not like I said anything that was
Incriminating, yes.
incriminating. Yeah.
Because in theory, because your phone call out doesn't have to be to a lawyer.
Yeah. It could be to a friend or something.
And also, to be fair, terrorist doesn't give a shit.
But also, how many people know their lawyer's phone number off the top of their head?
Well, if you're in prison, most of them probably.
If they're regulars, yeah.
I'll remember that when we get a phone call from you, like, I don't know the number of a
It's
solicitor.
like,
but
dude,
know
I
you
forgot my
guys."
solicitor's number.
I don't have a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I don't know anyone that
I'll be
does.
calling you guys to be like, can you get me a lawyer?
I'll be like, first, I would laugh my ass off, and then secondly, I'll find you a lawyer. Alright, so yeah, you
To be honest, I'd be asking
through.
why you're not phoning me.
I would be so bad in the situation. Like, did they catch you desecrating graveyards again?
I'd be the worst person on the phone. So what do you three? You three now have this information.
Okay, so ended the phone call now, so we're just chatting amongst ourselves.
So we need to go back to Williamson's and get some decent legal service.
Well, I'm thinking we probably need to blackmail the hell out of this dude and get him to get Loader out there.
Means we need to make contact with him first.
Yeah, well, I
Find a way
assume
to
that would be.
Speak to him.
Well, I assume if we make it known that we have important documents or details for him, I mean, I assume he's got a secretary. And we can call the secretary and just let him know that we want to leave a message for him. And if he asks who it is, we could just say it's Mr. Bats, or no, we say it's Red Robin.
Yeah.
Mrs. Red Robin.
A friend of Mr. Red Robin and Mr. Bats.
Yeah.
For sure. It would take that long to find a number for his office.
Yeah.
You could definitely phone his secretary for sure. You'd be put through routing, but
I would not
Yeah.
do this from the thing.
okay.
Ship.
Like a payphone.
Yeah.
You guys go find a paper.
With like a muffler.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's say probably, at this point it's probably quite late in the evening, so you may need to do this in the morning when the office is functional.
Okay, have a good night in cells, Ella.
Spend the night in cells.
I have an idea.
We'll rush down to 3 first thing in the morning.
Cheers.
I have an idea.
Cheers.
Rather than using a muffler and a payphone, we go to the theatrical district and we hire a voice actor.
Okay, yes, I'm loving this idea. This is hilarious.
If it's the evening, why don't you just try and catch him on his way out?
Because then we'll definitely be arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't the kind of bloke who's going to
Three
stroll out
men
and
who are
walk
known
home.
to be armed, running towards the vice speaker, like, "Hello, we have important information for you."
Known to
Like,
be armed and are associated with a potential terrorist.
yeah.
in the place surrounded by sniper nests.
Alright, we may be slightly back on
Suppose.
track. Okay.
The chances of this guy actually walking anywhere in public view is unlikely. He probably has a car go inside, pick him up and drive him out.
Alright, okay.
For all we know, he travels by
She's picked up
underground
her notes
monorail.
again.
So, we are vaguely back on track, that's fine.
Yay.
I have to bypass a lot, but we may be back on track. Alright, so what are you guys doing? Let's
So-
say morning rolls round. So you want to do your plan of finding the secretary?
Well, should we find the voice actor tonight? If it's
Yeah, you can find
evening,
voice
I
actors
guess,
tonight,
is theatre time, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah. Right, are you looking
So we go
for...
catch a theatre. So we go catch a play. and
Oh,
then
actually,
just
I was,
find a
think,
good
I was
actor.
thinking we go to the theatrical district and just go to a pub and find someone who looks really melancholy and is like hamming it up. You know, or we go to like a karaoke bar near a theatre and just find the guy who's
You wanna
actually
find
like
a karaoke
operating
bar?
it.
You want to
Yeah.
find someone who's running a karaoke?
We go to the pretentious karaoke near the theatre district, and you find the guy who's absolutely like ripping the shit out of Phantom of the Opera. You're like, that guy.
Oh my god.
We hired that guy.
Oh, shit mine.
I was totally thinking that doesn't work. I'm going to take Ducky out to see a theatre tonight.
You can do that. You can take her to see Phantom of the Opera if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Me and Ducky are going to go see
If you
Phantom
guys want to see
of the Opera.
let's go see Phantom of the Opera. Oh shit mine.
I'm sitting in a cell and you're going to see the Phantom of the
No
Opera.
offense, Sammy, but you did threaten.
You know what? At the point at which all of us went, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point at which you may have thought, you know what? Before getting my ass thrown in jail, maybe I should talk to one of the other members of my crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
well.
Let's find some random lyrics, shall we?
Could have actually. I should have just burnt my
Shit,
legendary points and
mine.
made it so much better.
Too late. It's too late.
Yeah,
it's
fake
way
ones,
too
yeah.
far down this line now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all of our legendary points aren't enough to dig Sammy out of the hole she's put herself in now.
It's fine. We'll get you out. That's
All right. Yeah, you find a guy ripping the shit out of
Okay.
Phantom of the Opera.
we always rescue with us.
Singing something hammy like "All I Ask of You" or some bullshit like that. I couldn't remember any songs of the moment. I really love that fucking thing. It's such an asshole. Right, yeah, you find a guy ripping the shit out of "All I Ask of You" at a local karaoke bar, and he comes off to applause, like, yeah, it's that fucking guy again. Yeah, he always sings this bullshit sort of thing. And he goes and sits in the corner, like, yeah, everyone's impressed with me.
Does he have a cape?
Does he have a cape? No, he doesn't have a cape.
I'm just trying to gauge how pretentious this guy is when he goes to karaoke.
No, he's the kind of guy that goes up there, knows he's 100 times better than everyone else, belts out like, a fucking powerful song, and then goes sits down like to his adoring fans, which are nobody, because everyone's like, yeah, he's an old.
Okay, I was just wondering if I had to like climb over 40 groupies and go, like,
No,
you
no.
sir,
No.
I'll pay you 40 quid to make a phone call.
So yeah, you find this dude. He's got, let's say he's got like shoulder length, like dark hair. He's kind of pale looking dude.
Does the dart pick?
No.
Before we go and talk to him, so we figure out the script we want to get him to say.
Yeah.
Because then we can just give him in and say, well, look, we give you 40 quid, you just need to call this number and say this. So what do we want him to say?
This is a friend of Mr. Bats and
Yeah.
the other one. What's
Red
the face?
Robin.
A friend
Red
of
Robin.
Mr. Bats and Red Robin would like to meet you tomorrow at midnight or something.
Regarding some suspect transactions made on blah 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 date.
Probably don't want to give too much details to the secretary because then she can actually just
we
rat him
want
out.
to give them some.
So if we
incentive.
just mention Mr. Bats and Miss Red Robin, that it really lets them know that we know shit
Yeah.
about him.
Hopefully.
So if we just say that, we're like, friends would like to have a meeting with you, please meet us at and give him some dodgy location.
Give
Appear
me a
at
dodgy
midnight or
location.
something.
What kind of location are you looking for?
Or somewhere where we've got plenty of.
Witnesses?
He's really excited. Where?
You are here next to me. You may communicate.
The island. Our little island in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Is that under fire?
Yes! That's totally doable. You know
My
the
island.
coordinates.
Nice.
It's technically Helena's island, but yes,
My
fine.
Is it close? Can it be close to it?
It doesn't matter. You could get there. You have a fucking ship.
Yeah, I mean, assuming
You
he
have
could
a
get there by
starship.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you could get
So
there.
we
by
tell him
tomorrow.
to be there by. So we tell him to like do this call, meet us there at midnight.
Yeah, it's totally doable.
Yeah, we'll do that then. So yeah, we'll give him the script, and it basically says a friend of Robin Red and Mr. Bats would like to meet you at midnight.
Wait, Robin.
Yes.
Excellent.
What's my motivation?
Your motivation is you're mysterious. You've got to. Yeah, you're the villain of the piece, and you're going to lure
The villain, you see, I don't believe there's actually a villain of anything. Everyone has a motive. Everyone is a hero in their own story. What is driving this character?
Your
to do
love
this?
has held captive by this person, and you need to draw him away so your love can be freed to be with you for all eternity.
That's so full of bullshit. I love it. I mean, you're all just too fucking good. He's going to take your 40 cal break.
Yeah.
So far as you're concerned, he's very excited about the script you've given him.
Nice.
He's definitely into it, and you see him practicing the line like, no, that's way too much. He's realism. We some realism here. Damn it, Betty! No! So you hear all this bullshit going on. Unfortunately, Lola, another day will pass in your cell. I'm very sorry.
We did catch a nice play though.
Okay. I'm glad you guys got to see a nice play while
You
I'm
find a bit
here.
more girlfriend rep.
Hey.
The guy that you've hired, we'll call him, I don't know, Drew, are they?
Basil.
No, it's called Drew.
Drew Basil.
No, his name's Drew. Just fucking Drew. Like Madonna, it's just Drew. That's what he tells him. That's what he tells you
It's
guys.
okay.
It's
I
just
have
Drew.
no more need to know no more.
You do
about
not
him.
need to care about this guy. He's become like. One day he's going to become like the prime speaker
And get his
of
car.
Retire. That's going to be the thing. You are sorry?
Can I get his car?
Yeah, of course you can.
X.
Just called voice actor
He's,
extraordinaire.
seeing as we've lost
Maestro.
Helena, he's now our new cardboard
Maestro.
NPC.
Yes, so it's
Graphic
yeah, he's
designer.
a voice actor, singer, accountant. That's the card that you get. His name is Drew.
Graphic designer 10.
No, just those
Painter.
three on there. And in the morning, are you guys staying to listen to make sure he does this, or?
We've already paid him, so. Well, we need to get
We've already paid
there. We'll say
I'm
we
sorry,
need
just
to.
checking that you're making sure he's actually.
We need to
making
get
it.
over there and make sure
Yeah.
we're actually kitted up. I mean, is there anything I reckon if we have Ducky drop us there and then go somewhere nearby so she can come and. Well, if they decide to bring in airships for like support, she can either try and shoot them down or come and evac us.
Okay. I'm going to throw this out there as an option, just because you guys haven't thought about it and kind of want to bring Lola back in. Have you thought about making him say bring Lola with you? Because the threats of Bat, Red Robin alone, and a financial detail, you probably have a lot over him.
That's actually.
Good point.
I forgot to actually put that on the note. That was actually one of the things we were supposed to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just I want to be able to bring her back in
Yeah.
to discuss.
Yeah,
that
so
on.
if we can kind of retcon that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll spend a legendary point if you wanted to go back.
No,
and
don't
check
worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just something I thought actually you might want to do that.
Yeah, so I'll say like basically like bring Lola and all her belongings to this place at midnight.
Yeah. Or ... and just leave it as that,
Mm.
because that would be like a shit. We've
Scarlet
been
Rose.
bring Scarlet Rose, yada yada.
Don't say Lola.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't know who Lola was. Who's Lola?
We don't have Lola in the system.
Do we have any Lolas?
And her potentially incriminating materials.
Yeah, you would assume.
There's no
that Lola
Lolas.
should be
What do I
fine.
do? What do I do?
Yeah, well, so we get the message along the lines of he mentions the two important names. He mentions a financial amount on a certain date. Mention that you want Lola / Scarlet Rose with all of her stuff. No questions asked. End of discussion. Else ...
Yes.
Right. In that case, I don't think I'm going to need you guys to make a roll on that, because you pretty much have everything you would need to make someone of his import do this bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know that he's a fucked up guy involved in dodgy shit. You know this now. So yeah, I'm not going to make you roll anything for that.
Awesome.
It's a well thought through plan.
We've saved you.
Yay!
Alright,
Or
about...
doomed you.
Just
One of the two.
Was
Yes,
Mr.
fine.
Bat the guy we followed from the ball? Okay.
That was Robin Red, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was a different guy.
Okay, because we met Robin Red and Mr. Bats there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it? I know it was
Never
Robin
met
Red
Mr.
and someone
Bat.
else.
It was someone, I don't think you ever found out his code name.
No.
I don't think.
Yeah.
You have heard the name these guys have heard the name Mr. Bat before, you haven't. in theory.
Okay. I
It
was
has
just
been
wondering.
mentioned in one of your missions.
I was just wondering if, since we found out the name of this, the vice speaker, if I've just gone like Google image search. Yeah, it's that guy.
Absolutely not, no. There's no way a guy of that import would be in that ball the way that you had it. He wouldn't be just sitting there around with these dudes. Okay. About you want to go for midnight, right? Okay, what are you guys doing this out? Oh, your island. Fuck me, I haven't described your island, have I?
Yeah.
This is such a stupid place.
Middle of fucking nowhere.
So, big ass lake. Pretty fucking big. And as you arrive on the shore, as you fly over, you can see in the middle of this lake, there is this tiny little island. It's really small. It's a really, really small island. And there appears to be like a plastic garden shed in the middle of this island on top of a rock. This is what you see when you land.
Are there any boats around?
There is a boat on the shore, not on the shore of the island, but there is a boat on the shore. When the three of you land, you become aware that there's you could probably fit another like 5 people around the edge of this shed. The shed's pretty big, don't get me wrong.
Is it like a room the size of this?
Smaller than this.
Smaller than this.
It's about half the size of this.
Okay.
I can't believe you picked this place.
I don't know what it would look like.
It's a tiny island. You could probably fit about 8 people standing around the shed, and the shed is about half the size of this room. It's a really small island. What do you guys want to do?
Wait,
Well-
I guess.
Can we actually be dropped off there? Is there actually enough room for it to land?
No, in no way. But
Wait.
she can like hover on the water and you can jump.
Well, I was just thinking, did we want to go get a boat just in case we need to make a getaway and she can't come in to pick us up because she's a bit vulnerable, kind of hovering over us while we're trying to hop in?
I would assume it's a rowboat.
Yeah, there's a rowboat on the shore.
Well,
Quick run!
yeah, but I shoot. How big is this lake? Is it a big lake or?
It's a pretty big lake. It'll probably take you like 10 minutes to like.
I was
row.
more thinking like, is there anyone around it with a boat with a motor we could hire?
No.
Where? How long
You
have
would
we?
assume that Helena, or to be fair, you would know Helena basically owns this lake. Most of the things around it, you technically own. No, she owns it. Fuck you. She owns like a portion of the land around this lake and the lake itself. And there's a boat, a rowboat, 2 jaws. Is it?
Do I have enough time to be able to cobble together an outboard motor for this thing while I'm waiting for us to dock?
Absolutely, you do.
So I can actually use that to boat
Like
out.
One of those proper like pillar blender. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, take a
Crappy
check.
one.
Dangerous as fuck because I've got no time to make safe to fire it. It's just like,
It's literally an engine with
oh,
a
that's
stick.
good. Craft, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 20.
Fuck
Nice.
mine.
What? How's that a 20? You
How?
can't
You're
get above
10.
10.
No, because I've got 9, then plus 2 for the cludging bay.
Goes up to 10 because you can't go above 10.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Well, the cludging bay can take you over that because it's an external modifier. It's not me.
It doesn't matter. 19, 20. You make a fucking outboard motor, man.
Good one.
Fuck
Fuck's sake,
mine.
you should have said jet ski.
Yeah,
Yeah, 19. You
Yeah,
did.
in fact, I make a little flotilla of jet skis.
Alright, I'm gonna say roll a d4.
We're actually
many
making
jet
jet
skis we
skis.
get.
You've got a 19/20. Fuck yeah.
At least 2. Oh!
One.
One jet
Can
ski.
I use a list reaper to reroll that?
Yeah, go on then. Go on then.
Yes! 4! With 4 jet skis!
You have 4 jet skis and you have 1 rowboat with an outboard motor. I'm
yeah.
so proud of you right now, but I'm gonna say it's gonna take your entire day.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's it. There is nothing else you can do.
You're going to come out and like, oh, have you got that motor ready? And you're like, yeah, come look. You walk in like, holy shit!
In there are a bunch of beautifully made fucking things. We'll assume that Ducky helps you out, and that's how you get all 4 done in a day. You make an outboard motor thing. You can do better than that.
Yeah, wait, I reckon I can do a lot better than that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you guys have.
Yeah.
What are you guys? Where are you putting these jet ski / boats?
I was going to take them to the islands and then
Okay.
have Ducky either like hover, like circling around somewhere like
yeah,
2 minutes away.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because then she can come in and give us support if she needs to, but it'd be a bit dangerous for her to land in this
Absolutely.
hot zone. So if
Yeah,
we
she can hover down nearby and you can jump.
yeah,
aboard,
we've got
right,
enough
so
for Lola to jump on and we can all shoot off across the lake somewhere, and
Yeah.
then we can get to a safer area where she can pick us up.
Yeah, to be fair, you can also, if need be, you can double up if you can't.
Yeah.
If you're not competent at riding these things. Okay, so you've made your sussing up one motors. What everyone else is up to?
I am going to plastic shed. Yeah, I am going to. I assume like it's just like singular plastic panels for each of the walls, sort of thing. And I assume there's a
You
door
have a
on
key.
one side.
You'd have a key.
Yeah. I'm going to undo the screws that hold the back wall on.
It'd be like a plastic screw, yeah.
I'm gonna loosen them off
Okay.
so that you know if we meet in the shed and shit goes down, you can just run through the back wall and it falls out.
Okay.
The rest probably just goes with it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it
Alright,
falls on
so
them.
you undo the screw, so that basically a touch will push it down, or a lean will push it
Oh, no,
down.
I mean, if you had to give it a solid whack, it won't just fall off.
Okay. Alright,
But
yeah,
like
that's
we
fine.
have a breakaway
I'm
wall,
gonna say for sure you can do that.
so that we can sit. So they come through the door. We're already here, and like they go, "Oh, we've got the advantage. We're gonna queue up," and we just go, "Boom, we're out."
Ladies, bitches. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you can do that for sure. Yeah.
Yep. And what's the floor made of?
The floor is plastic.
The floor is plastic.
Yep. Oh, you haven't. You did gonna step inside.
Huh?
I assume you're stepping inside.
Well, he's
Alright.
taking the back wall off. I assume he's had to go inside.
No, not sorry. You can do the things from outside.
Okay.
You step inside, and there is a table,
Mm-hmm.
a very small coffee table, and there is a chair, and on there is a note.
Okay.
It just says, "Dear Mac."
Okay, I pick up the note. Dear Mac.
Inside is like, "This is your island. Fuck you, Helena."
Ah, she's a mad bitch.
Literally bought a
Full
tiny island just to say fuck you.
Well, no,
Does
she
she know-
bought an enormous amount of land and gave me the tiny island to
Yep.
say fuck you.
Yeah, he only owns the island,
Yeah.
and the rest of it was basically technically his, but he owns the island in the middle of the fucking lake.
Yeah.
But this is the idea that he'd have to go to this island, go across this fucking lake, and find it's just a plastic hut with a note in it.
Saying fuck
It's a
you.
vindictive bitch.
Yes. And no matter how long it took for her to die, the plastic hut would be impervious to time.
Correct. Yes, that's her thinking.
Yeah.
You know her well.
Yes. Is there like a rug on the floor?
Trip has a rug.
Or like a mat?
Yeah.
Or like a welcome mat
Yeah.
with fuck you written on it or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You can help yourself to
Yeah,
a remote
yeah.
bombs.
Over the course of the day, I'm going to help myself to 2 of his remote bombs,
Mhm.
and I'm going to put one under the welcome mat outside the front door, and I'm going to take one to the underside of the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they remote or what?
Yeah, remote
Remote.
bombs.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly okay.
And apart from that, you know, that's my meeting room
Jesus.
adaptions
Prep.
right there.
Okay.
You know, there's not really much else I can do. Like my other tools are a cocking great big rifle and a pistol. I can still take it inside the chair, but I could just sit here.
To be fair,
Sniper-wise?
could you shoot the island from the shore?
Absolutely.
So you could set up on the shore somewhere.
Yeah.
You could climb a tree. That would give you height advantage for sure.
Give you your own jet ski. For a stylish escape points at the end.
True. See, I was thrown off by you saying it was a cocking enormous leg.
Yeah, but it's you're a sniper rifle.
I
You're
have a-
accurate to like nearly a mile.
yeah, I'm a good shot, but I use an unscoped rifle.
Yeah.
I have to actually be able to see
But to be fair, the only thing that would obscure line of
midnight-
sight is then,
with no scope
Maybe
from
you
a
should
mile away.
buy a scope.
or
Right.
put lights on the island.
That's true.
Boom! That's pretty fucking light. Bam!
Lit motherfuckers. Yeah, there's no lights on the island, but
You
can
might
rig
want
them
to
up.
give the remote detonators to Quinn, who's a bit closer, so what's going on. Like, there's someone on the bomb! Bang! Quinn goes, whee!
I would say that if you want, you could jerry rig some lights up.
Yeah,
Sure.
because then at least you can see and we can all see.
Yeah.
That's something I could work on, I guess, if everyone else is
Yeah.
doing things.
Okay, that's fine. You pull in a bunch of lights from the closing bay and you rig them up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What are you doing, Lola?
I'm sitting in my cell.
She's still sitting in her cell, I'm afraid.
I'm going to set up. I'm going to set up a little anchor point somewhere in the lake where I can just lay in the boat
Okay.
with my rifle.
Yes, you can absolutely do that.
Might be obvious from someone flying over though.
I
There's a
don't
boat.
think
just
it would be.
walking about at
I
night.
don't think it
too
would be
obvious.
at all.
True, in dark, yeah.
To be fair, if Mac is wearing dark stuff, he covers his head, so he's no longer reflecting light off like a fucking light show.
Yeah, chuck a
Virtually
black
undetectable.
tarp over the top of
Yeah.
the boat.
True.
Yeah, lay underneath it with a sniper rifle
Yep.
and peek up at
And
one
you're not
end.
stupid enough to have a gun which is reflective.
No.
You know, you dole that shit down like a boss.
Yeah.
If you're a
That's
sniper.
why I have my lovely dark ruby slipper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could absolutely set up in a boat. Okay.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any waves on a little lake anyway, so it'd be pretty safe.
No, exactly.
As long as we don't rock it, it'll be smooth.
That's it. Got an anchor point. So.
Where are you two setting up?
You're waiting on the
I'll
island
be
for
on
them.
in the room in the island.
In the room in the island? Where are you?
Probably standing outside the room.
In the outside
Like,
the room on
hello.
okay. Okay, Lola, you get picked up at roughly 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
I'll have
sleeping.
I'll have my flamethrower and rocket and grenade launcher with me.
I'll assume you guys.
On the tiny island, you blow it all up.
He says he
There are
wants
2 bombs in
them.
that room.
He says he wants them. He's having them. Okay. Lola, you get dragged out by 2 guys who are wearing.
Nothing.
No, not wearing nothing.
They're wearing nothing.
Two big, strong,
get
naked
taken
men.
out by
Hello.
2 guys. As soon as they grab you out, they basically gag you and they put a sack over your head. Manacle your hands behind your back, manacle your ankles together, and tie a rope between the 2 and pick you up and carry you out like a bag. You can't see anything. You can only hear them like talking roughly to one another, but they don't seem to be saying a lot. Take a perception check for me.
But I can't see anything.
You have other senses.
But can you
like-
Right,
perceive
yeah.
with all your senses?
And despite this, apparently you're still sexy.
Apparently.
Yeah.
You
like-
can-
Well, I mean, this is making your breast pop being like that.
6.
Yeah, you don't pick up anything out of
Maybe
your
bound
game.
and gagged, be like,
Sorry.
this looks fantastic.
You become aware that you're, after a lot of like trouncing upstairs, you get thrown onto something that you assume to be a helicopter.
It's at least soft.
No, it's a helicopter.
I don't know, maybe they put a blanket down.
No, it's cold and chilly as fuck. You feel the wind throwing over back. You assume that you've been attached somehow, probably through the rope tying your arms and your legs together.
He's just hanging off the
Crunch.
I'm wearing a dress during all this, by the way, as well.
Okay. You're in the room, you're outside the room, you're outside the room. I want you 2 to make perception checks for me. As a helicopter comes flying over.
10.
5.
What's wrong with you?
Our sniper here, like, oh, there's a helicopter somewhere.
No, you become, I'm seeing if you pick up any other erroneous information. You become aware that there is a helicopter flying in, so do you. And you see that as it comes and it kind of like hovers over, thinking like, this island is fucking tiny. You can almost see it on like the face of the pilot, like what the fuck is going on? Kind of hovers down nearby, and you can see that Lola is tied up in the back. You see them free the rope, unattach her, undo the legs, and they push her forward off there. There is a short man who is has like almost like a military crop to his hair, greying. A man who used to be once pretty powerful, now gone to seed. He steps out with his hand on, you found hand on your shoulder, on Lola's shoulder, and he walks onto the island. And there is another man who jumps off with him, who you recognise. You would probably recognise if you could actually see what's going on. The kind of big bulky dude that was in your interrogation the first time around. That guy.
Oh, am I able to see now?
Yeah, they'll take your hand. They know your name.
Okay.
Take your hand.
What was the guy's name
before
again? Cucumber. What was the guy's name again?
Theodore Parsons.
Theodore.
No, the
And
guy,
is
the guy
he here?
from the interview was Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew
Andrew
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
He's not here. It's not that guy.
Oh, it's not that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay.
That guy was the straight guy, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, he was the short straight guy. No, there's the big dude that was in your original interrogation. If you could see, you'd also.
And Theodore's here as well, is he?
And Theodore's here. Yes, you would probably have a chance of recognising who he is for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's been, vice prime for a very long time.
So I wouldn't know which one it is.
Probably not, but you could probably guess. The dude's wearing a suit. The other one looks like a heavy. Literally looking at him and goes like, that's the man with the power.
Right,
Hand on
you don't
the
know.
shoulder.
Could be in disguise.
He walks forward.
I'm in the little room at the moment.
Yeah, you can't see. Puts his hands up in front of you. Sorry, puts one hand up. The other guy hand up. So, just to let you know, we do have snipers in the area.
It's fine, so do we.
Pushes forward with Lola.
Do you have his stuff?
Yes. He looks at the guy. He's holding a bag. Familiar looking bag. Sorry, familiar looking briefcase, my bad.
Cool. Cucumber. I can't remember what we want him for.
Well, if you bring him inside the house, we can chat to him, because we need to find out what his actual information about ZuukIP and stuff is, because we still need to actually figure out what's going on. We only know this guy's been paying people. We don't know what his agenda is.
Excellent. Okay. Well, come in. Welcome to our humble abode.
As you go over the door, it says "fuck you" on the
Oh, Oh god, yeah, that's not looking good, is it? Alright, so you can probably see this at this point. Yeah, you see the guy in the suit, hand on over shoulder,
Bless you.
walk into the room. The heavy guy stands in the doorway, unless you're going to stand there too.
I was going to. But
Okay, that's fine, you
Fine.
both
You
stand
stand
in the doorway.
next
You know, you can't really see anything other than this big dude and him. Inside the room, where are you? Are you sitting on the chair?
I'm sitting. I assume the coffee table is like slightly longer than it is wide.
Yeah.
So I'll have positioned it so that it's like the long, like as you come through the door, you can see the long side of it, and I'm just sitting at the head of the table at the far end, just like.
Okay, I love this image, but the table's only about that long.
Yeah, I realise I'm like rammed up against the back door, like.
But that's perfect. That's actually where you want to be, really, in case
Yeah.
you need to bolt yourself backwards. Okay.
Yeah, I assume I could just roll the seat backwards and roll through the wall if I need to.
Yeah, that's fine. I assume you guys don't source a chair from anywhere else.
Huh?
You don't source another chair for him?
there's only one chair in this room.
How many chairs were there?
There were one, but
Oh.
there's no reason why you couldn't get one off your ship.
Yeah, I say we had a couple
Yeah,
of.
no, I'll put a
well,
chair out for him as well.
Okay.
Just one.
Yeah.
He
Sitting opposite.
he hands over Lola to the big dude, who has both his hands rather forcefully upon your shoulders, holding you in place.
Has she
Leaving
been
no
unbound
doubt.
yet, though?
No, not really. She still has her arms behind her back.
Mm.
Your feet are free.
Yeah.
You don't have the thing on your head, but you are still gagged at this point. There is under no illusions that this guy could snap your neck in a second. And Theodore sits down in front of you.
Welcome.
I'd say it is a pleasure, but that'll be a lie. Who are you?
It doesn't really matter who we are, it's more what we know that's of issue to you. We used to be affiliated with Miss Robin Red.
Red Robin.
Whatever. But unfortunately she's come to a rather sticky end recently.
Mm-hmm. This I already know. This is not news.
Yes. This is where you come into the situation as Mr. Bats. We are interested in some financial transactions you've been involved in recently. Mainly involving members of ZuukIP.
How did you come about this information? This supposed information?
It's supposed information. Well, I wouldn't like to give away our sources. We did have to get through quite a lot of trouble to find this information out. There are quite a lot of bodies laying around as a result of us finding out this information.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we move on to the important parts of this, which is if you tell us about the information of this ZuukIP members that they're associated with, we're willing to lose this information about you and not cause you any more problems.
What would you do with the information if I had it?
Well, these ZuukIP members have caused a lot of problems for humanity as a whole. So we'd have some questions for them, just as we have questions for you now.
Currently, I'm not seeing any real incentive. You supposedly have information on supposed things, and yet I'm supposed to give you more information for people who may or may not be part of my network.
Yes.
Still not really seeing why I shouldn't just have your friend killed here and have our snipers fire.
Well, that would really help you out, would it?
Well, you'd all be dead. My mission continues on.
I don't think your snipers are going to be so useful inside a plastic shed here.
Nor will yours.
Oh no, I don't need my sniper here. I'm here, you're here.
Pim's clock.
Well, yeah, if you weren't desperate for this information, you wouldn't have turned up here in the first place. We could either blow ourselves all to death and everyone can die, or you can give us the information and we go our merry way.
Perhaps I'm willing to die for my mission. Are you?
What's choice at this point?
He looks over at the big dude. I can give you some information. Can't give you it all. Take a perception check. If you're trying to get shot.
I'm just sitting in a boat, like, Someone
Watching
give
a
me a
shed.
signal. Yes or no?
Everybody knows the signal. We all know the signal.
The signal is when
standing.
gunfire starts. When a flamethrower like incinerates
Crit.
something.
You crit. Holy shit, you crit.
Like a
Okay,
perfect-
your
You
boat,
make out with some snipers.
your boat floats around a little bit. You guys all have your comms in, by the way, so you can share information. You definitely can share information without being picked up.
Try and take out a few of the
You
snipers.
float your boat around a little bit, and you get a clear shot on him. It's a dodgy shot, but you could take it for sure.
I'm still not confident that this guy isn't actually.
You can take a shot on the big dude holding loader. That's definitely not without question. You can just about see Ennis, kind of. Well, you can see the top of Ennis's head. You can see him. You also see off to the right hand side there's one flash, which you can tell is definitely a sniper rifle scope. On your crit, a little bit further, almost in a direct line, slightly up and above in the trees, you see, on a crit, you see the woman that you guys saw before, as she's twisted very slightly. You see a very faint rustle in the leaves, and you just see the end of a sniper rifle pointing out, and it's aiming directly at Theodore. You also see on your crit. You also see on your crit at the bottom of this, there is a particularly large 7-foot dude.
Is there another dead sniper at his feet or anything like that?
Yes, there is.
Do we currently have open comms so I can hear what they're saying? Like, what's being
Yeah,
said to them?
I'll have made it so you can hear, because obviously
Yeah.
you need to know when the fighting starts.
Yeah.
So you'll be listening up for gunshots. Actually, more like me going fuck, ah, it's all gone horribly wrong.
I'm just gonna mutter into open comms. We have some guests trained on Thea.
Okay. In this case, I'm going to try and kind of like hurry up the gathering information before his head explodes. So, what can you give us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm currently lined up on the big dude.
Yeah, lined up on the big dudes.
Yeah. I take it that the two of you can handle Theo before the mystery in the trees does. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't use a scope.
She's not using a scope either.
Oh yes, just so it's going bling bling in the dark. The big old telescope.
I won't give you names. I will give you information.
Okay.
There is going to be an attempt on the new war mistress. We believe it is going to be Gibi Rexian.
Gibi
Elise.
Rexham.
It is a name that's in the contending, you know this.
Okay.
And if not, it certainly will be. An attempt will be made upon not only her life, at her induction into the Serenian Confederacy, but upon all the leaders at this particular gathering.
How will that be? An explosion? Lightning poison?
I don't get mixed up on the particulars.
Okay.
We are simply trying to make a profit in this system, enough to turn ourselves away from the other races and leave. But until we have the ability to purchase more items with more money, we're currently at a loss. And the easiest way for humanity to thrive by making war. We know this very well.
Well, if he wants to just like, have you ever considered getting on a ship and leaving?
That's why we need the money for the materials. We need time also.
Fair enough.
And besides, they're only aliens. And then you see a very slight shift from the sniper. And then you guys see as his head explodes.
Cool.
Besides, they're only aliens. Time's up, motherfucker! Bam!
I assume you've got like the dude by the door.
I
I'm gonna say you
forgotten
probably-
to mention because thought I had a bit more time, but I was supposed to have my hand like that, and I'm holding my gun
To
basically
be fair, I figured
effectively
as
pressed
much.
against his ribs.
Yeah, you being you probably would have had this gun prep. So if you wish, you can take a shot.
Yes. It's literally like in my coat. I'm gonna ruin my jacket.
No, why don't you just pull it out?
That's a good point. I'm gonna pull it out.
It was designed to
I
support a
assume
concealed
you
weapon.
two are trying to shoot at the big dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I'm just
literally
going to throw
just
this out there. He does have Lola by the neck.
Yeah, but I'm
Throwing that
I'm
out
standing
there.
next to him, and my
And
gun's gonna shoot up there. Is the
And I
idea.
just want you guys to be aware of this in
Yeah,
case things go horrifically wrong.
I'm aiming for the dude's head. I'm assuming he's taller than everyone
Nice.
else.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Do I have to roll to hit, or am I just doing?
Get around to it.
Okay, cool. Well, I got like the highest possible. I got 20.
Fuck mine.
So, did I hit him?
You just
Point
crafted
blank?
his head off.
I got 11.
Jesus, wet.
It was not a botch though.
It's not a botch, so yeah. Lola, you see boom ahead of you, and then you see, yours is Silas, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you just feel the dude next to you just like twitch, and then fall to the ground, like literally just behind you, as he gets riddled with bullets. From
No,
fucking
just
Nova.
one single
Two.
shot. Sorry,
I turn my head to look at him like.
Yeah, the dude is now on the ground. There is a nice big exploded hole out, like, where were you shooting for the head?
I was going in the head, yeah.
Yeah, you see like basically his neck blown out to the side, and you see this nice big hole in his rough gut area.
Well, they'd be little. There'd be like 2 or 3 little
Bump,
holes.
bump, bump. Yeah, you see like a perforation at one side and like kind of holes out the other side. It's sort of like breathing out like a pinata.
I kind of like the idea that he's holding you like that, and he sort of goes,
yeah.
and he just sort of shrugs to one side, and you just think like, oh, he's just not feeling very comfortable, and then he throws himself off to the side, and his head
Yeah,
blows out like a
let's
wet
say
melon.
that is exactly what happens because it's kind of funny.
I'm just
While
going
he's
to
doing
stand
that-
there and just go. Great. Can someone let me out of these things?
Well, I assume
gagged.
there's now like snipers and
Still gagged, then.
circling.
What? I was going to go out and just wave to the sniper across. That
Fine,
I'm
then,
not gonna
then
do that, I'm gonna
I mumble
Close the goddamn door.
garbled words
Dive
of
to the
Queen.
floor.
Yeah,
Soon
I
as
drop to the floor and bring up the dead body.
that's fine. You pick up the dead body, you hide
And
underneath
shove you
it
down.
Hey!
like a fucking wuss.
There's another sniper out.
They're going to untie
That
me
isn't our
and
friend.
gag me.
Well,
Nothing.
we don't know that. Don't know anything about them. They
You
just
see
took
them?
out. Yeah, they know he's a sniper who took out the other guy. Who,
I don't know.
to be fair, I was very much debating taking out myself.
Okay, you blowing in the boat. You taking the shot rocks the boat a little bit, just as you hear in the water next to you as a sniper round just like passes within inches of you, hits the water. What do you do?
Goddamn bitch.
You see his hand out
Not
the boat.
coming from her. This comes from the sniper across
Oh, yeah.
the scope.
Oh, I figured it would probably be the sniper aiming at me.
Yes. It's not a. Oh, you don't know what it is. I know you crit, says it dude.
I'm just like, goddamn son of a bitch. I just like throw the tarp off, like kneel down in the boat. I'm no longer like laying down like all prone and shit.
You're like,
I'm
fuck
just,
this shit!
Yeah, I just bring up to shoulder and just like,
Take a shot.
Oh,
this better fucking be good.
Nice.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll do it, buddy.
Shall I roll damage for fun? Or
Yeah.
15?
Okay, you do that. Oh no, you didn't, Chris. Fuck you. You basically you get in like square in the center of the head, and you just see this body just.
I was going to say,
Pull out a tree.
Did you get through the scope?
I fire it into the tree. I'm not entirely sure where it hits, but I just see a body fall out the tree.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if the bullet didn't kill him, the fall did.
For sure, this dude is toasted, brown bread, sparkle life
communicate
covered
this
in
to
shot,
us?
sort of thing. What do you guys do now?
I don't know, I'm
So
still like, shit!
I've gone and waved at the sniper across that took out what's his face.
Okay.
And just to see if they want to come and talk to us because, they may have things in common with us all.
I'll be honest, I had my fingers crossed that the helicopter wasn't like a Black Hawk with a...
Check.
Charisma check wave.
Are we about to be minigunned by a Black Hawk? That's what I'm worried about.
You do
Legendary.
have your jet skis.
Crits! That's better.
A crit.
You've got a legendary roll for crit.
You see a shape climbing down from the tree, joining the person below. Standing in front, they seem to be just waiting there. They don't seem to be moving anything, but they're just waiting.
In that case, let's hop on our jet skis and burn over there.
Yeah.
Someone going to free Lola from her bonds.
Yes.
And
Okay.
reportedly remove her gag.
I will.
Like cut the bonds.
Free her from the bonds, don't know about the gag.
She can do it herself.
Are you calling in your aerial support? Or are you doing
You
what?
fucking.
We might want to get Lola to check. Or actually, if she can take out the helicopter, that'd be really handy.
I want to know who these people are.
So I might send off onto her, like, can you deal with the helicopter?
What?
What?
You want me to shoot a helicopter?
Yes.
Be fun.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's awesome.
Actually, yeah.
Trust.
Grog! As literally, as she's like screaming Grog's name, the transmission shuts out.
Yeah.
You
It's a
guys-
helicopter. We have a spaceship. Surely you could just drive through it.
Yeah.
You don't need to waste our ammo.
Surprise, motherfucker! Bam!
Yeah, surprise, motherfucker. Boom. Alright, you guys are jet skiing away across to the.
I want to know who these people are.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to go and see them. My charisma check, so they can see my gleaming smile from across the lake, like, hey, we are friends.
It's great. Hey! And Matt kills them. Whoops!
Yeah, didn't that work out well before?
Hey, you. Whoops.
The greatest mistake ever.
That was awesome.
You guys get on your jet skis. I assume you get your boat.
Yeah, I sit down, calmly in the back of the boat, like put the rifle, like sort of crouched against my foot, just perched up there, just chug along, like chug along like a Florida fisherman with a large rifle to fend off crocodiles.
Also, as we get out there, I'm just going to go low and go, no, I made jet skis.
Ooh, jet skis!
We're keeping these.
Yay!
I think this would be a fine addition to your whole ship.
Jet skis!
You're gonna send like jet skis. Bitches love jet skis.
The next time he goes on this place, I'm like, how are you going to get up the river? Jet
Jet
skis,
skis!
motherfucker!
I am so in love with this idea. It's fucking beautiful. You have 4 jets. You have 4 jet skis.
Yeah,
Four
4
jet
jet
skis.
skis.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to need to build jet ski bays in the side of our ship.
What,
now,
for
so-
quick
Yeah.
deployment?
So things go down, we're on it, we just fly out the side of the ship. On the
I'm going to have a discussion with
Project
Ducky
it
on how
out.
we can get this done.
Okay, right. So you guys bamf your way across the lake. Probably only takes you like a couple of minutes, if that. And standing before you is the dude and the female that you noticed before. The guy is standing in front of her. She could easily hide behind him should she want to. He's a pretty well built guy. But she's standing like sort of off to one side. You can see that she's actually just swung her cat back round to the back. She's clearly had it over the front, swung around to the back. And she has what you recognise to be a pretty fucking sweet rifle. No scope.
Good girl.
360 no scope.
Yeah, no scoping. Quick scope skills.
Is she blonde?
Redhead, I
She's a
assume.
redhead.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that bit.
I didn't discuss the colour.
It's Nazir.
Okay.
It's Nazir and Armin. But he's not a post-gen because they don't exist.
He is a post-gen.
Do they exist?
Yeah.
Oh.
He is. There's stuff. There's lore. But I'm not going into that right now.
Is
Yeah, there is a huge 7-foot dude who's built like a brick shithouse. Behind him, off to just one side, there is a 5'8", between 5'8", 5'11" woman who's got fairly straight reddish hair, and she has a baseball cap on. And again, she's holding a pretty sweet rifle, and she's just wearing a tank top. He's not wearing an awful lot of anything. Maybe just trousers. Yeah, he's wearing trousers.
Cucumber. Isn't Nazir the caricature of you on the wall?
Yes,
Your caricature on the wall has blonde hair.
she does, because aesthetically for the group, she's supposed to have blonde hair because it mixes out a group of what we have. However, in canon and in law, she's still a redhead.
Okay.
Besides, we know different. We know she's a redhead.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
So for our law specifically, she's a redhead.
Sorry, I was going off of the caricature
fine.
on the
So
wall
fine.
because I couldn't remember what she looked like.
So she also doesn't wear a purple top, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's black.
Hey, how's it going?
Sweet shop.
It was.
No scope.
Yeah.
Pure. I like it. So
Who the fuck are you?
They did always tell us to ask names.
Mm-hmm.
smart people never give them. And you hear as he cracks all of his nuts. Thank you. Cracks all his knuckles.
I feel like we've been through a bit of an ordeal together.
You perhaps, not us.
Cocky
Oh,
bitch.
like camaraderie kind of felt dead in his head. I'm gonna let someone else do the talking. I've
The
already
only
done
reason
talking today.
We decided to stay because it's a pretty good shot. You seem to be interacting with our target.
Why was he your target?
Got orders.
I mean, maybe our missions could be crossing over here.
Unless your mission is sanctified by what can only be described as an all-powerful god. No.
Right, fuck this, we're leaving them.
Oh, don't worry. We don't normally prescribe to that bullshit, but things we've seen.
Any openings? I think I might be looking for a new job after this.
You see her look up at him, and he looks back down at her, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got a job for you." Picks up a rock, throws it high into the air. Shoot that now.
I spend 2 legendary points and do it.
Nice.
Nice.
You see an unbelievable nod of respect from him as you whirl around, pull out your gun, and just track and fire. Probably in about a heartbeat. I'm so happy with you.
So I just want to bring you down for like
Yeah.
anyone could do that.
Really? I pick up a stone and throw it straight at you. See?
I
That's how you do it,
I
motherfucker.
spend 2 legendary points. Fuck you.
And I'm just sitting there covered in shards of stone, just like, what the hell's wrong with you assholes?
Stop measuring dicks.
She
Captain Neelong around here, there's no much point.
no. She walks over to you, and she. How tall are you? Do you think she's quite short?
5'4".
Oh Jesus! Wow, she walks over to you and leans down. Wow, I forgot that Naz was a bit taller than you.
How
Okay.
tall is she?
She's only 5'8".
Okay.
Same height as I.
I'm slightly taller.
She whispers a name in your ear. She gives you the name of Nimra Rizan. Take a knowledge check.
16.
This is in like sniping circles. The various people that you would know, and to be fair, I believe the Ravens already mentioned this in your presence. The Imramazan are a group of assassins who nobody is 100% sure how they get paid and how they choose their victims. But once they're chosen, that victim is dead. It could be hours, it could be months. There's no way of prescribing how the death is going to take place, except that it will. And without fail, it has been done. Now, the Raven's kill is pretty fucking there. But they will take everything and anything, so long as it meets whatever creed they have. And they usually only send one assassin. Would you say you got 16?
Yeah.
She whispers into your ear, and she says, "When you have finished your journey, fly towards the nearest sun and give us a message." And then you feel the very big dude's hand on your shoulder as he almost bodily picks you up and moves him away from the small woman, the taller woman. Fuck, they get fucking small. It's sort of like basically one-handedly picks you up like you would a kitten and drops you a good foot away from the smaller woman.
I do keep my head.
You do keep your head.
Pick you up by the head, go.
Well, that's more than enough conversation for us. And as soon as she says that, he picks her up without looking at her, picks her up and slings him on her shoulder. and they walk off. He walks off, she just holds on. And they've gone about maybe 3 or 4 steps and gone from sight, gone from audible hearing. They're just gone.
Right, well, I really hope I don't meet those guys again.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm so fucking hot right now.
And on that note, we're going to shut down tonight. Wow.
Just in time to get those legendary points out.
Yeah.
Alright, curtailing all the experience points from last week, which was basically fuck all. Going to give you guys 2 legendary points, 2 session points each for the last 2 sessions.
So 4 session point. No, 2. One session point.
1 for last week, 1 for this week.
Okay.
Fuck mine.
Yeah.
I'm glad none of you tried to shoot at her, because you would be dead, motherfuckers.
It was tempting, but
It was tempting, I know, but it's hilarious because I know they can't die. Alright, okay, well that was fun and interesting. Let's start with Killer Kitten. Let's start with you.
What?
Let's be different.
What?
Let's break the mold. You had a very interesting impact on the game this week.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that one out there. How is it all for you? Where can we find you, etc., etc.?
I feel like I was very much misinterpreted.
Maybe willfully on my behalf.
like everyone though as well. It wasn't just them.
I know. I need to think about what I say.
Yes.
La 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 la.
Oh, you know, in the general theme of security assholes everywhere, it's like, hey, there's a tiny thing that might mean we can persecute you horribly. Let's do it.
Hey, it worked out in the end.
It all worked out in the end.
That was such a funny interview, though. It was just the way you kept suggesting things, and everyone would just be like, oh, you mean this incriminated? Oh, no, it's, the information's on my device. Oh, we'll just get some security experts to scan through everything that's on there. It's like,
Oh, your ridiculously illegal device.
Oh, but everything's deleted. Oh.
Oh, in that case, we can get some better security experts to recover all the deleted documents. Oh, God, no.
It's just too funny. I'm going to throw this out there. You guys have dropped yourself in it a little bit in various places, and I can't wait for that to bite you in the ass. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Where
I
can we
would-
find you on...
I'd also like to apologise for laughing at your accent.
That's
Just
fine.
sorry,
It's
just
fine. Tag it.
On 10
I'm
giggles.
gonna pull out Russian next week if I can, I think, because I think it'd be kind of funny.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Killikitten21.
Excellent. Let's go to you.
Me. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
You knew it was either going to be you or Andy. Come
Yeah, I know. I didn't really do a lot this session, to be honest. Character-wise, no developments.
You killed 2 motherfuckers.
Killed 1 motherfucker. 2.
Oh, no.
I killed 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
kind
killed
of,
two.
yeah, you kind of.
You killed 2. You
killed
stabbed
the guy in the
stabbed
alleyway.
guy in the alleyway. You ended his
That
life.
was a coup de grace.
You could have grabbed him, and you
You
killed
killed.
the guy next to
You killed Skip.
No, that kill secure.
Kill secure.
Kill secure.
I stabbed him in the throat. He was dead.
Kill secure.
Dying. It was.
There was still a
You know.
chance he could come back.
There was still XP there, man.
He was only mostly dead, which means he was slightly alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was meant to be like, yeah, get an assist.
I guess I killed a couple of people. But, yeah, I don't know. It's good. It was a really good session, really funny. But from a character perspective, it's not a heck of a lot happened out of the ordinary for Quinn this time around, but that's fine, 'cause it can't always happen to him.
Sure.
The unisex toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did intimidate a small woman who really needed to pee.
I was
Just
expecting
as a
her to
heads
piss
up.
herself.
Yeah, no,
I really was.
no, as a heads up, poor pregnant woman, you're pushing her out, she needed to pee desperately. Her life was ruined from that point onwards.
That's right,
And she
really.
went into a meeting smelling of urine. I mean,
Aw.
you ruined her life.
That's
Oh,
fine.
You dick.
This has no effect on me.
Push
And
back
that
her
doesn't-
career.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the small cardboard NPCs.
Pushed back her career. Everyone called her piss girl. She had a
She
mild
was
UTI.
attempting- Yeah. She was fine. I don't
You'll
think
find me
that-
on Twitter at dev_BTP.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go to tech.
Hey, this is a period of immense character
Hello.
development. Sorry, this is a period of immense character development for Ennis, as he's not only like getting into a relationship with a woman.
Having sex with a woman.
Got laid.
Yeah. Not only has he got laid, well, hey, he's also actually somehow started becoming like the speaking person. He actually kind of did like the whole Godfather thing on this dude, which was terrifying. But yeah, he kind of managed to get out information from him.
You come into my shed.
You come into my shed. You fuck with my woman. I kill you.
Just
Your woman?
okay.
Well, whatever, you know. So you come into my shed. You don't wipe your feet.
on the map,
Respect my family.
on the map that I hilariously put in there as saying "fuck you" on
Yes.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like the
that's
fact that he
bullshit.
actually went and did the speaking, because it wasn't until we actually got there and realised like, oh crap, like
You sat in the chair.
yeah, I was like, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was like, I'm just gonna stand there and look like try and look intimidating or something, and then suddenly it was like, oh crap, wait, I'm in the head of the seat. There's only one on the chair. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do the speaking.
Well, you do have the highest charisma of the island party by 6.
Yeah, I
Literally goes 21, 22, 28.
I was 22. I've just actually boosted my charisma
I'm-
by 2 rolls because
What's your charisma?
21.
yeah, it made sense.
Okay. That's cool.
I have the
I'll allow
biggest
that
charisma
boost.
at 34.
Yeah.
I'll allow that boost. Well, yeah, you're.
Yeah, I've not only have I like started forming a relationship with someone, I've also like had to talk to this dude and get information out of him, and I did it successfully. Woohoo!
That's absolutely fine. I'll allow that increase. That's absolutely perfect.
Also, the little bit with Taylor was awesome. When he was like, "Do you have licenses to those guns? Here's 500 Calvin." Thank you, sir. I don't really see those licenses anymore.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, good.
There you go. You can find me at tech_BTP on Twitters, and you can find me at gbstudios.co.uk and bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk.
Yay! Penultimately, you.
Myself. Right.
Right, next.
Does that every time. You. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I can honestly say that I had great fun not being a shit sniper today.
Yeah.
You didn't shoot your friend.
I didn't shoot my friends.
He did roll a 1. And
I
was like,
did roll a
Do you
1.
want to re-roll it? No, it could be a botch.
I rolled a 1, but that's still an 11.
Yep.
And if our system didn't cap it, it would have been a 13. Because I'm just fucking amazing at guns.
Sure.
I was really glad to finally crit a goddamn perception roll again.
Yay.
Because for some reason my sniper is enormously strong and enormously dexterous and really intelligent, but can't see anything.
The blind sniper.
His charisma is actually his lowest stat. He just never sees anything.
Yeah.
He's laying there in the dark with his rifle like, this is great, if only I could see anything. Shit. And I don't know why, I just stubbornly do not spend legendary points until it's really funny.
That was the perfect use
Yeah.
of legendary points.
But I earned an extra one, and I still ended the session with one.
Actually, I think I spent my points on acquiring extra jet skis, which I think is the best
That's
use of
Oh,
legendary
yeah.
ones.
That was a very good use of legendary
Hell
points.
yes.
Okay, that's hilarious.
But yeah, apart from my shameful lack of satisfaction of a seduced guard, that was wonderful.
It's fine, he didn't live to tell a tale.
Yeah, although to be fair, I am still kind of sad that we didn't go to the shore and blow up the shed with the bombs I hid.
And don't forget the guy you couldn't seduce in the bar.
Oh yeah, you lost that to Lola.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah, to be fair,
in a let's fuck it fight.
that wasn't even a fight. That was just a case of, he's the most attractive guy here. You went over there. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Nope.
You know, see which way he swings, or both. But yeah, apparently not.
Nope.
So yeah, you can find me on the Twitters at thirsty_BCP, on bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk, where I actually did things.
You did. You took the heavy lifting this week.
I did. I don't remember what I did though.
You wrote our origin story, man.
Oh yeah, I wrote our origin story, which actually I wrote ages ago and
You did.
left somewhere and had to update.
And you updated the convention page.
I did. With like the only 3 pictures of us that exist from that convention. Because despite the fact that 3 of us went, and we have some of the most powerful cameras known to man built in our phones, like 2 pictures got taken.
I took 3.
You
the
took
other one
3.
is just you babbling about on the table looking shit faced.
Why is that not up?
Because it's just you on your own looking like a loser.
So, I am
I'll dig it
perfectly
out.
fine
I'll
with
dig it
being a drunken loser.
I'll dig it out. That's fine. I'll dig it out once we get to the bottom of the article.
Excellent.
I've got the schedule for the next one, so we're going to go to as well.
You're sorry?
part of the schedule for the next ones we're going to be going to.
Yep, we'll get to that in a moment. So, is that everywhere we can find you? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Just want to stalk outside his house.
That was the weirdest game we've had in a while. Not
Sorry.
often do I get to have a plot twist thrown at me. I appreciate that very much.
I'm sorry.
Especially not when Tepid isn't here.
You are sorry, especially when Tepid isn't here, yeah. So you took over Tepid's place of throwing me a plot twist. Which genuinely did make me drop my notes. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do now? You're in jail. I never planned for this. So yeah, I apologise it took me about a couple of minutes to catch up with that, but I think we got somewhere fun, so that was good.
We also did like the only thing that a group of people in an RPG never do. Surrender when there's no point in fighting. Like, normally they're just like, fuck it, guns up.
Yep, you would have
We
been.
were just like, nope.
You would have been blown the fuck out of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
that
gone
was. For me, that was a good plot twist. I really loved that. That was terrifying and hilarious. Also, I got to play...
Also, Lois' interrogation was just so
So
funny.
funny. I got to play Andrew Stevenson, the fucking with a slightly Scottish McTaggart type bloke, which was fun as fuck. And I'm kind of sad I don't get to play him again.
He will be entering the law.
He
will
can
be
come
into
back.
war.
He can become like head of like anti-corruption and.
It's gonna be fun as fuck.
Bullshit
Yeah.
anti-insurgency.
Interesting game. But yeah, we vaguely got back on plot. You kind of ended where
We
I
seem to
thought
have
you
advanced
were.
the story slightly.
You've advanced the story massive despite the huge detour. You managed to bring it back together to a point of like, this is basically what I wanted anyway. But just in a very different location, very differently done, and the sniper
Different
thing didn't happen.
circumstances.
Yeah, very, very different circumstances. Nazir and Armin turned up, but not quite the same way I thought they would. But you now met the occult assassins. Cool.
I've got a second job lined up.
You have a second job lined up. You can find me on Twitter at blood_BTP. I do a lot of shit. Check out my Twitter. It's probably the easiest way to keep track of all the shit I do. Bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk because that's where most of our system is. Also, last Monday we officially got incorporated, so we're officially a business now. Yay! So keep an eye out for things like Patreon coming up and Streamlabs and stuff. Yeah, business
Don't think I can
cards
read
too.
that.
They can't read that where you are, do they?
It doesn't matter. They're just there. They exist.
They can't see that. They literally cannot see that. They see
It's like a
tiny
whole box
white
of them
square
right there.
behind you. Yeah.
Doesn't
So
matter.
yeah, we have business cards which are really here and really up on the wall. We have a map which I'm going to move next week so you guys can see it. I'll be sitting behind Quinn, Dev, so you guys will be able to see that. But yeah, keep an eye out for things like Patreon's going to be coming up soon. Our book releasing is almost at the point where I can almost say, hey, it's a thing, check it out. And a Kickstarter will be kicking up soon. Our podcast that we're producing, Podgate 1, will be up next week,
Yes.
won't it?
Yes.
Exactly. Keep an eye out that. That will be coming up on the website as well, and hopefully be available on iTunes when somebody sorts that shit out.
Yes. I actually need to get count details from you.
Yes, it genuinely does. So that's coming out. We're producing that next week and it's really fun. What else? Also, we are at Dragon Meet. That's the next con we're at.
Yes.
So I have to shout this out at the end of most episodes now because it's the thing we do. Yes, Dragon Meet, which is 2nd of December in London. Big RPG type convention thing. It's going to be awesome. We're in the podcast zone with Baylor's Blades and I'm there with Lucky Die. Other than that, what am I doing literally next thing I'm online for?
Right.
The next thing I'm literally online for is going to be Breathless One Shot over on Skag's channel, so go check that out and I'll shout out where I am next on at the end of that. I'm not going to go through who list because my list isn't exhaustible this week, so assume if you turn online I'll be there somewhere. I think other than that, other than our big news, I think that's probably it. We need to thank Kevin MacLeod for the free ass music, which I definitely 100% remember to start playing today.
Thanks,
Quinton.
Kev.
Yeah, incompetech.com, lots of free music, go check it out. Is there anything anyone wants to shout out into the void?
We want Barbie death metal dubstep
Mashup.
mashup.
If
Right.
any loyal fans out there fancy giving us a Barbie dubstep mashup, go for it.
Yeah.
Barbie girl. That is.
Okay.
Like Aqua.
Is there anything anyone actually wants to shout into the void?
No, I've nothing to top that.
No.
Okay, with nothing else to top, we will time at the bar, bitches, drink up, and we'll catch you another time. See ya.